Good evening, football fans, and welcome to Bishop Dwenger Football on BDHS Media Productions. We are broadcasting live from Shields Field on the campus of Bishop Dwenger High School, where tonight the Saints kick off the 2022 season against the Wayne Generals. And before we get anything farther, we are pleased to be joined by Father Michael Ammer up here in the booth for a pregame prayer. Father?
So let's pray. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Good and gracious God, we ask that you be with us tonight to help these athletes pursue excellence, pursue it all for your glory, and help them to remain injury-free and free from harm, and to help them all ever keep in mind all of the gifts and talents that you have given them and all the blessings that will help them eventually get them to home, heaven with you. We ask this all in your Son's name. Amen. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Amen. Thank you so much, Father. Once again, we welcome you to Shields Field. I'm Eric Pete, and I'm joined this year, pleased to be joined in the booth by none other than Kevin Burns. Kevin, thrilled to have you join us this season.
I am so excited, Eric. I woke up this morning, and I couldn't have been any excited to do this again, and happy to be in the booth with you.
We are also excited for all of you viewers watching on BDHS Media Productions. Excited to be back for another season right here on BDHS. We've got a lot of exciting things going on we'll tell you about throughout the broadcast. Right now, let's toss it down to Sean McBride, who is at the midfield stripe for the ceremonial coin toss. Let's listen in.
Okay, guys, I assume everyone understands that Dwenger won the toss. They are deferring their options in the second half, and you guys will kick away from the board, correct? Now let's make it good for ESPN, okay? Hey, we already knew what was going to happen. Hey, guys, believe me, cherish this moment. One day you're going to wake up, you'll be 60 years old, and wish you could put that uniform back on instead of this one. But when you're done playing in that uniform, put this one on. It's fun. Hey, have a great time, guys. Good luck.
All right, Eric, going to send back to you. The Saints have won, deferred, and are going to defend the north end zone. Beautiful night out here at Shields Field. Sunny, 80 degrees to start. Great night for football. Back up to you.
Thank you, Sean. Couldn't ask for a better one, and always fun to get a live listening down there on the field, huh, Kevin?
Yeah, that was excellent.
That was awesome. That is just what these young men want to hear. So the Saints will be kicking away to start this season. A brand new football season here. It's the Saints versus the Generals to start the season off. We look at this matchup. Let's talk about some keys to the game, Kevin. What do you have for us?
Yeah, for the Wayne Generals, Sherwood Haydock is certainly knows what's going on with Dwenger football. He's played, was with Harding for a while, but they've got to stop the run tonight, force BD to pass. They got to have just an adequate kicking game. They struggled last year with their kicking game. And then can this team play 4 quarters? Can they play 4 quarters in this SAC? That's a big test. And for Dwenger, we got to run the ball. We got to pound the rock so we can open up the pass lanes, tackle. We got to tackle tonight and limit their big plays.
Well, you see there the opening kickoff. Kicked off by Joseph Moran, and on the return, Jacob Sharon takes it out to the 25-yard line. That's where the Generals set up shop. Quarterbacking the Generals this year, Christian Trimble, the senior. He'll be starting. We have an injured Saint on the opening play of the season.
Yeah, I can't see the number, Eric. First play of the year.
Just a tough way to start. The medical staff will tend to him.
As much as you can put, Eric, into what I saw from the scrimmage from the Generals, they will play 4 wide receivers most of the time, try to open up the running lanes. This particular back, Nelson, he is absolutely a gem. He had over 1,600 yards last year, and he just needs a little crease. He doesn't need a big hole. So this offensive line is big, and if he gets a couple creases, he's going to make some hay today. So the quarterback, he's very accurate. I wouldn't say he's got the strongest arm in the city, but he is very accurate, and they've got some big, tall wide receivers, very athletic. So can we see, I think, is that 20?
Yeah, looks like the injured Saint is getting up under his own power. Looks like 25, Nick Pelkington, the sophomore. He'll make his way to the Saints sideline, and they'll continue to monitor that situation. But we all are underway here. Generals offense on the field. They'll mark him at the 24-yard line. Trumbull will start in the shotgun with 3 wideouts to the top of your screen. 1st and 10. Hand off to Nelson around the right side, dragging the defender and able to get maybe a yard on 1st down.
Yeah, really good fill by the linebacker there, and this is what we got to do. We got to tackle. Don't let him get through the first tackler for additional yards. That was an excellent play by Robert Pelkington. Great to hear the Pelkington name back on this field.
2nd and 9 after the carry by Nelson. This time single back formation. Trimble under center. Here's the snap. Nelson this time tries the left side. Stood up immediately, and then on a second burst, finding his way through the line for a pickup of another yard.
Yeah, very good job again by Robert Pelkington, taking on, forcing the running back inside for his help, and a really good gang tackle there by the Saints.
Lamarion Nelson, you mentioned what he did last season. Perhaps most impressive, he did it averaging 24 carries a game, so he is a workhorse for this General offense, and I wouldn't be surprised if he's touching the ball that many times, if not more, this year.
He's going to get his share of carries this year. So
blitz by the Saints. Trimble to the air on 3rd down. He's got an open man, and it is dropped at the midfield stripe. And boy, was Sharon open.
Yeah, I think the Saints lucked out there. Little number 10. Jacob Sharon was wide open. They do this multi-level pass pattern where you got short, middle, and long. The long guy was open, and he just dropped it.
Yep.
Good throw by the quarterback.
Yeah, very nice throw by Trimble, his first time putting the ball in the air, and it brings up a 4th and 7. Saints dodge a bullet. They're showing blitz on this punt. Here they come. Punt is away. Fielded at the 40-yard line with a head of steam across the 45, 35, 30, still on his feet.
Carter.
And caught it just inside the 30-yard line stripe. That's Carter Minix.
Excellent return. We talk about this all the time as coaches, that you've got 3 phases of the game, and Dwenger typically does a very good job with the 3rd phase, which is the special teams.
That they do. Minix seeing a lot of time last year as a sophomore. He's going to be one of the Saints' top playmakers this year as a junior. And for the Saints at quarterback, the senior Sam Campbell gets the start.
Yeah, I'm excited for Sam. You know, he's a point guard in basketball, so this is not big to him. He likes this leadership role.
Split backs. Here comes the counter through the middle. Big hole inside the 20, 15, 10. Touchdown, Saints. Teddy Steele takes it to the house.
What a first play of the game. What a great back-to-back. Good special teams. Great hole by the offensive line. Teddy could have thrown a truck through there, and he finished it off. Excellent job by the offensive line.
Yeah, I can't say enough about the blocking on that play as Teddy had it wide open lane to the end zone and walked in for the first Saints touchdown of the season with 10:13 to go.
And we got some new guys on the offensive line, and that's got to give them some confidence right there to be able to blow them off the ball like that.
Joseph Moran, the kicker, lines up for this PAT. It is up, looks good, and it is. So with 10:13 to go in the opening quarter, the Saints strike first, 7-0 over the Wayne Generals. We'll step aside. You're watching Bishop Dwenger football on BDHS Media Productions.
Can First Source help me get more space?
We can help with that.
Does First Source have banking that can keep up with me?
This is open around the clock.
Business is booming. Can you help me expand?
No problem.
Can First Source help me turn this into my own business?
We're here for you. No matter what kind of banking you need, First Source Bank can help.
And Kevin, you look at the history between these teams. The Saints have had the upper hand. They've won 10 games in a row, and not many have been close. They're winning by an average of 23 points a game. And series like that has kind of defined this, where the Wayne Generals were so close, they almost had the first down to continue that first drive. Instead, a huge momentum swing. You get the punt return and then a touchdown on the first offensive snap.
Yeah, exactly, Eric. And that's what they have to get over, that hump of changing that attitude, all of those things. Great tackle. Christian Lozada.
Sharon brought down inside the 20 that time as Lozada caught him from the end.
You know, and this is where Wayne, you know, in the past, this can they play 4 quarters? Can they bounce back from something that just happened in the prior series? So we'll really see what they have here. They've got talent on offense, so the Saints can't hold back on defense here. They got to keep it coming.
1st and 10 from the 16-yard line. Here's Trimble, looks to throw. He's got Sharon in the flats around the left side, tucking inside one defender and up to the 19-yard line. Pickup of about 2 yards on first down.
Yeah, really good pursuit by the Dwenger defense there. And Carter Minix, again, did a great job of containing him, not letting him get yards after the catch there. The old yak.
That's right. Last year, this matchup up at Wayne High School, the Saints won 43-27. So it was a high-scoring affair. The Generals were able to put points on the board, but they could not stop the Saints. Here's Nelson. He's got a hole this time around the edge, past the 25, up to about the 29, 30-yard line.
Yeah, really good counterplay there to the weak side, and again, a missed tackle, but that's what we have to do. Got to gang tackle this guy. He's a really good runner.
Last year averaged 139 yards per game, nearly 6 yards a carry. So he is talented. He came into last year kind of an unknown commodity. He had performed very well on JV as a sophomore, but just burst onto the scene as a junior. Here goes around the right side, a couple more yards, but a flag on the play.
I think that was Lozada coming up from the safety spot with a really good tackle, but
yep, this one's
we
coming
got
back.
A holding penalty here.
Yep.
And, you know, as these coaches look at this first game, these are the things that they're, you know, first games can bring out, right? Lots of penalties. Maybe not the timing is everything, but that's a big after getting their first down, that's a big penalty.
That it is, and it puts you behind the sticks, and with an offense that's predicated on the run, it forces Trimble to put things in the air, maybe a little bit more than the Generals would like to.
Yeah, they got trips to the left here.
First down, 17 yards to go. Another quick pattern to Sharon. Gets a block on the edge, and he's up across the 25-yard line.
Yeah, pretty good blocking there by the wide receivers for Wayne, and they picked up 5 yards back there. Pretty good play design there.
Gets it back into a manageable down and distance for the Generals. You really can't say enough about Lamarian Nelson. Coach Sherwood Haydock had some high praise for him, compared him to none other than Rod Smith during his time at Harding.
Well,
when you're in that company, you're doing something right.
Yes, you are. Since he played in the pros,
that's right.
That's some pretty good accolades there. So Saints doing a good job there, bottling him up, put him into another third down situation, 3rd and long. And what I've seen in the past from them is some kind of sprint out where they'll load the field with 3 different receivers. So let's see if they come back to something like that.
3rd and 9 from the 30-yard line. Two wideouts to the top of your screen, one to the bottom. Here's Trumbull. Quick throw. He's got an open man, Sharon, and it's a little bit low. Can't pull it in, and it would have been short of the first down anyway.
Yeah, he would have been tackled short of the loss, and not a great throw there, but some good pressure by the D-line there to make him throw that early.
So another punting situation, and that means Minix is going to get his mitts on the ball. At least he hopes so. Had that outstanding return on the Saints' first offensive possession. Punting for the Generals is the quarterback. That one off the side of his foot and out of bounds. Looks like, maybe about an 8-yard. No, they're walking it up now.
Yeah, that's
and they'll stop right at the 30. So,
and these are the troubles Wayne has had with their kicking game is the punting. I think last year's game we actually blocked a punt for a touchdown, and that was not a good punt there. But the Saints got great field position here. I hope they take advantage of this ball on the 30, and if we can get up 2 scores here early, that will put Wayne in a really big hole.
Another short field for the Saints, and no better way to break in a new starting quarterback than a strong defensive effort and a strong run game, scoring a touchdown on the first play.
Absolutely.
Takes some pressure off the young man, Mr. Campbell. Trips to the near side. Campbell's going to keep it himself through the middle. He's got a blocker inside the 25, down close to the 20-yard line. And there is that shiftiness that we've seen out of Campbell the last 2 years playing the slot position.
Yes, he's a very good runner, very shifty, very quick with his feet. And that was a really good play design. And 9 yards down to the 21. Here we go.
And the Saints going no huddle as well. They'll keep the same pattern, trips to the bottom. Fake the handoff. Campbell keeps it himself, and that one looked a bit of a broken play.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was planned or not, if he was supposed to hand off or if he was following.
So they'll take a loss of about a yard on that play. Bring up 3rd and short, about 2 yards to go. Saints need the 20-yard line for a first down. Here's the handoff. Teddy Steele trying to get there. Picks up about a yard. They're going to be short. Let's check in with Sean McBride on the sideline. Sean?
Yeah, guys, what we're seeing early here is an up-tempo model by the Saints, and I think they're probably going to go for it here on 4th down. They've got a new analyst up in the booth, and they might see some gutsy calls coming this year from the Saints. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Sean. Offense does indeed stay out on the field on 4th and 1. I formation. Here's Campbell to Steele. Around the edge, he's got the first down and more as he churns his way down to the 10-yard line. Maybe just a hair outside the 10. First down, Saints.
Really good blocking on the left side of the line there, Eric. Opened up, he bounced it outside a little bit. Really good on 4th down, their first 4th down conversion of the year.
That's right.
Running behind Ashton Scary. Very good there.
So it'll be 1st and 10. First down marker inside the 1-yard line. Another handoff to Steele. Looks like the ball came out. The Generals say they have it.
Well, I think if we get that back, we were pretty lucky. I don't think they ever got the handoff. This what happens in the first game of the year sometimes, and the timing's not right. But we'll take it. Well, loss of 2, but we retained possession.
That's right. Wishful thinking on the part of the Generals defense there.
Yeah.
So 2nd and long. And I believe we've yet to see Campbell go to the air so far.
You might see it here on 2nd down and 12. And I think he's going to take time out. Coach is going to make sure everybody's on the same page.
Head coach Jason Garrett calls his first time out of the game with 5:46 to go in quarter number 1. We'll step aside as well. You're watching Bishop Dwenger football on BDHS Media Productions.
Illumination Solutions Incorporated is a landscape lighting design company that specializes in high-quality brass lighting products made in America. We make it easy for you to add to your curb appeal and value to your home, business, or vacation property with our premium landscape lighting products. Our mission is to help you illuminate your outdoor living space by adding beauty, safety, and security with our top-of-the-line landscape lighting solutions. So call today and let our team get started on your landscape lighting design today. Call Ed and Amber Smith at 260-489-1000. Illumination Solutions Incorporated.
We are back at Shields Field. We'd like to remind you folks to highlight your home with solutions from Illumination Solutions. Providing high quality and unique design, Illumination Solutions can provide services to make your summer landscaping pop and your Christmas decor the envy of the neighborhood. That's Illumination Solutions. Well, a great opportunity for the Saints to really go up and in control of this ball game. Up 7-0 with 5:46 to go in the opening quarter, and facing a 2nd and 12 on the 13-yard line.
Coming out in the I formation, Trent Tittman as the fullback.
Tittman, one of a stable of running backs that we will see this year for the Saints. They'll fake it to him. Reverse. Carter Minix has to cut upfield and able to get back to about the original line of scrimmage, trying to make something out of nothing.
Yeah, the Wayne Generals did not fall for that one on the reverse. The defensive end did a great job of staying home.
Well, we talked before the broadcast about the experience on the defensive side of the football for Wayne, right?
Yeah, they have 8 starters back, and one to watch is number 9, Nehemiah Young. He is we couldn't block him last year, so
Campbell looks to throw. He's going to tuck it and run instead. He's inside the 10. He's going to be well short of the first down.
Really good read there by Sanders. No one open, saw the opening, and tucked the ball away and go. And, hey, we'll get some points out of this, hopefully, with a good field goal.
Yep. And that's one thing that you don't always see out of a new quarterback under center is just the being happy with pulling it down, getting the yardage you can, and not forcing it. We've seen some quarterbacks in the past try to jam it in there on 3rd down and throw an interception in the end zone. So here comes Joseph Moran, his first field goal attempt of the game. Kick is up, got plenty of distance, and it is good. So nice early sign from the kicking game. Moran boots it through, and the Saints take a 10-0 lead here in the first quarter with 4:30 to go. We'll step aside. You're watching Bishop Dwenger football on BDHS Media Productions.
Nove Corp started making trailers in 2001 with the idea to offer quality products and great service, recognizing that suppliers, employees, and community are all important to success. Since then, Nove has enjoyed 15 years of continuous growth. Their purpose is to create opportunities for people to make their lives better and to leave a legacy of positive impact. Living the values of character, a service mindset, and a drive to improve, Nove is one of the best trailer manufacturers in North America. At Nove, value matters.
We are back, folks, at Shields Field. Bishop Dwenger up 10-0 on the Wayne Generals. First quarter action coming to you here on a beautiful, sunny, late summer evening. I want to say fall, but this still feels like summer to me.
Eric, for August, this is pretty good weather for football right now.
Pretty darn good. Speaking of good, the Saints off to a good start, 10-0 against the General squad. A lot of people were picking maybe as an upset tonight.
Yeah, interesting when you and I were talking earlier, could this be a trap game for the Saints prior to the North Side game? But, you know, first game, and Saints have not had that at all.
Well, and it's really to Wayne's credit that they're getting that kind of hype, because with what Sherwood Haydock has done, and we've seen him do it before at his other stops in his coaching career, at Harding and at Woodland, he took a team that was either winless or you know, pretty much gutted in terms of talent and brought them back. With Harding, he went from 6 wins in his first year to 13 and won a state title in year 5. Then you fast forward to Woodland. He went 1 win his first year, then 3, then 8, up to 13, and made it all the way to the state championship game in year 7. So it takes time, but we've already seen that process playing out for the Wayne Generals these last couple of years.
Yeah, he's an excellent builder of teams, and he sticks to his plan. He's got a great strategy. He's a heck of a coach.
Yep.
Really good coach.
Trimble hits Nehemiah Young for the nice pickup on first down there. 5 yards on first down. So what we've seen out of Coach Haydock already, they go from 0 wins to 2 wins in his first year, which, by the way, was 2020. He had no off season as a new head coach because of COVID. So 2 wins that year, 4 wins last year. Nelson, a huge burst of speed through the middle of the line. He's got a first down for Wayne up across the 30-yard line.
Yeah, good little crease there by the offensive line, and a good first down for Wayne. They got something going here early. You might see them start to pass a little bit more on first down like they did in this series, just to try to relieve that St. D from keying on the run here early in the downs.
Trimble motioning players around as we see Sharon adjust his position. Now he ducks under center. Fakes the handoff, rolls to his left, looking to throw. Pressure from the outside, and it's overthrown. Closest man to the ball was the Saints defense. That was number 21, Brady O'Keefe.
Yeah, that's the old sprint the opposite way that the quarterback can throw it, and really good coverage by the Saints there.
Also pressure from the backside forced him to get rid of that football. Tough to set up and throw when you feel someone breathing down your neck.
Yeah, that was good pressure from the backside. Made him throw it a little early. Pretty good D there. Again, a throw on first down.
Yeah. Brings up 2nd and 10. Again, rolls to his left. Trimble looking to throw. This time trying to escape and cannot. That's going to be a sack. Looks like he's taken down right at the line of scrimmage. So I don't know if they'll call it a sack officially, but no gain on the play.
Yeah, I believe it was Robert Pelkington again coming around the corner. Really good containment there by the linebacker. And this sets up a big third down for the Wayne Generals to try to keep this drive going.
Yeah, if for no other reason to give their defense a rest. 3rd and 10 from the 34-yard line. Inside 2.5 minutes to go in this opening quarter. Here's Trimble. This time rolls to his right. More pressure. He fires it. Has his man close to the first down marker, but knocked out of bounds.
It's going to be close. Going to be close.
It's going to depend where they mark it. Looks like it might be a hair short. Yep. They'll mark it at the 43. They needed the 44-yard line.
He might go for it here, or he might try to draw him off sides here, so Saints got to be disciplined here.
Right. Big early decision for head coach Sherwood Haydock. Yep, timeout now by Wayne. So we'll keep it right here during this break, but for the Wayne Generals, you don't want to give up the ball here and give the Saints their 3rd straight possession inside enemy territory.
Yeah, I would hope that that he was trying to draw them off there, although if you consider their punting woes,
right.
But you're still on your side of the 50, and I think you'd want to try to make the Saints drive a little bit farther than 45 yards. So
yeah,
I would think that he would punt it here, but you never know.
We'll see what they do indeed. Generals back out onto the field. This is a team that they started last year 0-4, and they went 4-4 in their last 8 ball games. So they have been building. They've been gaining momentum. And what they're lacking is a signature win.
Yeah, and in the scrimmage, they showed a lot of unbalance in the short yardage. And it looks like they're going short yardage again, and they've got lots of plays off of here, but they have 2 lead blockers. And here we go.
Nelson hands off. There it is. First down, Wayne. Lamarion Nelson takes that one around the right side, and nothing doing. He picks up and keeps the chains moving.
Yeah, and C.J. Davis made a nice little shoestring tackle there. He might have been gone.
Yeah.
And again, they're staying with this unbalanced attack. 2 lead blockers, kind of power football.
That time Nelson just picks up 1. He's very capable of having success between the tackles there. Going to be 2nd and 9. You mentioned C.J. Davis, big transfer coming over from Northrop, and figures to be an immediate difference maker in this Saints secondary.
Yeah, if there's a really strength of the defense, I think the secondary may be that. They've got really good tacklers, guys that can run, and C.J. fits really nice into that situation.
Here's a pass down the sideline. Making a play on the ball, it is going to be incomplete. Brady O'Keefe was there on the coverage, and that was a well-placed ball and well played by both sides.
Yeah, and Sherwood pulling one out here. Let's run power, power, power.
Yeah.
Show the same formation and then throw one deep. So really good play call. That's the time to do it. Now you got 3rd and long here, but that's the time to take a shot down the field. Pretty good coverage as well.
Yeah. You figure it might be 4-down territory again, although if they don't pick up a yard here, that would bring up a 4th and 9. We're down to 1:34 to go in the first quarter. Trimber rolls to his left again, trying to elude the pressure. Does. Chucks it downfield. He's got 2 people there.
Yeah.
And C.J. Davis comes down with the ball.
We're just talking about him, Eric, and he comes in and makes a big play here. First interception of the year.
I tell you what, that is one of the things that he does better than just about anyone in the area. Goes up and makes plays on the ball in the air.
Over on the 12.
Nice athleticism, nice hang time. Davis comes up with the ball, and the Saints take over possession with 1:25 to go in the opening quarter. Let's check in now with Sean McBride. Sean.
Guys, picture Pickford. This guy, he stared it down right into his mitts, came right down to it. It was a perfect defensive play. Back up to you.
Couldn't have said it better. So the Saints will start at their own 12-yard line. Campbell's got 1 back with him. Fires it. Caught at the 15, and here we go. C.J. Davis taking the game over. Offense, defense. He's going to take this one 88 yards to the house. Touchdown, Saints.
Sam Campbell's first completion of his senior year as a touchdown.
What a play. And it was a slant pattern that Davis just took. Nice blocking by the receivers out there. Davis found the hole, put on the jets, and the rest was history.
Really good play design there and great blocking out on the edge. And once he had the seam, no one was catching him.
Sean, what did you see down there on the sideline?
Well, I had to hold my breath. There was a flag down here at the 30-yard line. It turned out to be a sideline infraction, so just a warning against the Saints. But, oh, my, what a beautiful play.
And that's going to put the Saints on top 16-0 pending the extra point. And you can't think of a better way for a young man like C.J. Davis to make his presence felt on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, big play on defense, comes right back, big play on offense.
Got some early motion here. Yep, offsides on the Generals. And Davis, I mean, let's talk about him offensively. He gets a lot of attention on the defense for his capability as a corner, but stepping onto this field as a wide receiver gives the Saints kind of another dimension to their offense along with Carter Minix, because they graduated a lot of those playmakers like Rocco Sioka, Henry O'Keefe, and C.J. Davis is the guy that looks like he might be able to step in there and stretch the defense.
Yeah, if there was one question about coming into this year, it could have been the playmakers on the outside, and CJ fills a huge role for us. by stepping out in the receiver side there. So we got another flag.
Yeah, it was a nice job on the high snap by the Saints. Owen Zimmerman pulling it down, and the kick was good.
Yeah, a little shout out to the holder there. Great job by Owen. I think this may be on Wayne, and they will decline this.
Still waiting for the official call, and they do call it good. The personal foul looks like, so they may enforce that on the kickoff. Yep, that's what they'll do. They'll add that onto the kickoff. So 17-0 is your score. 1:12 to go. Kevin, we're still somehow in the first quarter.
I am just pleasantly surprised. I wasn't quite expecting this, Eric. I thought this might be a little bit of a slugfest early on here in the first quarter, but the Saints are up to the challenge.
And making a statement, too, because this is one of those years in the SAC where the Saints are kind of flying under the radar. Somewhere in the middle of the pack. Jason Garrett and company may be making a statement tonight saying not so fast.
No, I think they do a great job of filling in the holes, and coaches even talked about this year that they may not have a superstar, but they've got a bunch of good football players, and they play well together. I think he said that over and over, that this class likes each other, and they play well as a team.
Yep, he has stated that publicly. He has never been around a close-knit team than he has this year in any sport. And you think about that, Coach Garrett's been coaching baseball. He's been coaching football. I mean, he's been around a lot of teams, and none of them as close as this one. So that's really special to hear.
Huge statement to the seniors on this team.
Yeah.
And the juniors that are going to be seniors next year of taking on those leadership roles. That's Dwenger football, though.
There it is. And as expected, Moran sends this one through the back of the end zone after the 15 yards of penalty were added on.
Let's see if our defense can get a 3-and-out here, and if we can get, well, there's 1:12 left in the first quarter, but they have totally dominated this first quarter. And the one thing Wayne can do, though, they can score quickly from the backfield and from the wide receivers. So you cannot let down here, and you continue to do what you've done here in the first quarter.
Minute 12 on the clock. 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Wayne trying to put together a sustained drive and stop the bleeding.
Yeah, it looks like they're going back to the unbalanced here. See if they can ground out some. We got a flag. Might be delay a game here. Yeah.
Yep. That'll cost the Generals 5 yards. 1st and 15.
I think these are the things that Coach Haydock is trying to get his team over the hump on, are these things that hurt you on drives. They're going to wave it off.
Okay. Yeah, it looked like it must have been a clock issue. So still 1st and 10, Generals. Two receivers out to the far side. Here comes Nelson around the right side, follows his blockers across the 20 up to about the 24. And that's Wayne football right there, picking up 4 yards on a power run on first down.
A good stretch play there by Wayne, and that's a great play on first down. It relieves some of the pressure off the quarterback here.
.45 seconds to go in the opening quarter. And Wayne setting up for what might be the final play of this first period.
Again, unbalanced left this time. Again, unbalanced means they move one of the offensive linemen on the other side of the center.
Nelson takes this one around the left side, nearly caught in the backfield, but able to shed off multiple defenders and piles his way all the way across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Wayne first down.
Fantastic run there. A lot of missed tackles, and He's still running hard, Eric.
Yeah. Well, this Wayne offense starts and ends with Lamarion Nelson. And you get the feeling as he goes, the Generals will go. So we tick inside 15 seconds here, and I don't think the Generals will get off another play.
Yeah, I think he'll wait to quarter to talk about it here.
That's going to bring an end to the first quarter of play here at Shields Field. It has been all Saints on both sides of the football, and Bishop Dwenger's on top 17-0 after the first quarter of play. You're watching Bishop Dwenger football on BDHS Media Productions.
High school football fans, welcome back to Friday nights, to pure spirits, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school football.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Friday night. This is Indiana high school football. This is your IHSAA.
Are you stressed due to your financial situation? Is debt ruining your marriage or relationships? Are you having a hard time making ends meet? We can help. SMA is a preferred Ramsey coaching consultancy that offers insights, strategies, and a pathway forward to financial freedom. Real advice, personalized solutions, and a real way to find peace and grow your bottom line. We offer a free initial consultation and a variety of plans to move forward. We don't judge, we help. SMA Incorporated, offering peace to the financially stressed.
We are back at Shields Field, and let's send it down to Sean McBride. Sean, what do you have for us?
All right, gents, got some scores from around the area here. At the end of the first quarter, Snyder 7, Northside 0. Homestead 9, Northrop 0. Carroll and Bishop Luers went into the second quarter scoreless, and nothing from Concordia Southside. So if I have any friends at that game, let me know. Back up to you.
All right, thank you. Interested to watch that Snyder Northside game. Of course, the Legends will be the opponent of the Saints next week over at Chambers Field. Here we go. Nelson through the middle this time. Nice blocking and pushes the pile up across the midfield stripe. 13 yards on first down and another first down for the Generals.
Yeah, really good push by the Wayne offensive line there, and he just followed his blockers right through. A really good run.
One of his strongest runs of the day, and it gets the Generals into Bishop Dwenger territory second time tonight. Two wideouts to the bottom here. Handoff this time, Saints bottle up Nelson in the backfield, falls forward for a gain of about 1.
Yeah, Lozada came up from a safety spot there and really forced the action, and Dowd's making a good play, and that's a good first down stop.
The senior Elijah Dowd, starting right tackle. He's going to be starring on the defense this year, but you talked about that secondary with Teddy Steele at one quarter, you got Carter Minix on the other, and then Lozada at free safety. That is going to be a very strong core for the Saints.
Back to the unbalanced right here. And here's a reverse.
Sharon takes it around the left side, trying to beat Minix to the edge, and he does. Ushered out of bounds up near another first down.
Yeah, really good play call by Coach Haddock and making sure that Saints stay at home. And, you know, thank goodness that Minix stayed there. He was the only defender left on that side and forced him out of bounds. Big third down here. I would suspect Wayne goes for this two-down territory here beyond the 50.
3rd and 2, looking to get to the 42-yard line, or I'm sorry, the 37-yard line for a first down. Handoff to Nelson through the middle, got the first down. And the Generals keep this drive moving.
Yeah, this is what we were kind of expecting in the first quarter here.
Right.
And Wayne is putting a nice drive here together.
And it's all been on the legs of the senior, Lamarion Nelson. you figure they'll go to a play action at some point here with as much as Nelson, all the attention he's getting.
Yeah, a good running game can certainly make a quarterback look a heck of a lot better on these play action passes. So number 6 is Deontay Williams. He has been their best receiver in the scrimmage, and there's another run by Nelson.
Yep, picks up about 7 yards. Nelson straight through that defense. He is a downhill runner. So 2nd and 3 after another nice pickup on first down.
It's a good test of the Dwenger D here inside the 30 now. And a good run on first down. So Wayne can do a lot of things here on 2nd down and short.
Trimble under center, hands off to the first man through and met as he crosses the line. Runner that time for Wayne was Caden Rockford.
Yeah, first carry for Caden, and he's close. He's really close. I don't think he might not have got it.
Yeah, about a foot short, it looks like.
Foot short, yeah.
Third and a foot as the Wayne Generals have this ball a shade outside the 26-yard line. So again, 4 down territory for the Generals.
Yeah, for sure. Down 17 and inside the 30. See if the Saints can make a play here.
There goes Nelson straight through the middle, and again showing the power as he keeps his legs churning inside the 20.
Yeah, the Wayne offensive line's winning the battle right now in the trenches, and these linebackers aren't able to fill. Good job by Wayne. They've gone to this unbalanced attack, and it's provided a spark to them.
First down, Nelson sheds 1 tackle and down to about the 17-yard line.
Yeah, Trent Titman, I think the nose guard got some penetration, got a hand on him, but it allowed the other Saints to fill in. So good stop on first down there.
And the Generals have kept the clock running this whole time. So the other benefit, if you are a Wayne General fan, is you're churning the clock off and keeping the ball away from that Saints offense. Nelson through the middle, and he is wrapped up right at the 15. So here we might have a passing situation on 3rd and 7.
Yeah, good red zone defense there. Now a big play here. You know, what does Coach Haydock do? It's 3rd and 7, maybe. Yep. And he's not going out of the unbalance, but he's got multiple pass plays out of this, I guarantee it. So
official timeout, looks like some equipment. Yep, Lozada is going to come off the field for this play. Yep, they're going to tape him up a little bit. Must have been some blood, and of course the officials will blow that dead. They're giving him a few seconds here, and yeah, they're letting him back on the field. He ran over to the sideline so fast, did not want to miss a single play. Here we go, 3rd and 7. And a timeout.
Okay.
Timeout taken by, well, we got signals both ways. Who wants it more?
I think it was the Saints.
So they'll take a timeout. Let's check in with Sean McBride.
Yeah, guys, on that previous play, there was some blood coming out of a seam of one of those Saints players. They were able to come over and tape him up real fast. And then when the Generals got up to the line of scrimmage, last second, Coach Garrett calls a timeout. Official got a little confused because he was wearing white. The Generals are wearing white. So it's on the Saints.
All right. Appreciate that clarification. And you know something we haven't talked about yet, Kevin? You notice those jerseys with the numbers. Something looks a little different, doesn't it?
Oh, yes, Eric. This is the first game in, I think, Dwenger history that we have had single digits. And I love his little article actually in the program tonight. And Coach Garrett even wanted to get permission from Coach Johns to be able to do it.
I love it.
We had a lot of double numbers last year, and so being able to use single digits kind of helps some guys not have double numbers there. So very exciting. I like it, and I love seeing it out there.
And Coach Garrett is such a great caretaker of the traditions at Bishop Dwenger. So I love how he got permission. And obviously, the players get excited about it too, because they get to be part of something that's never happened before. A lot of those seniors, I think, had the first picks at the numbers, and you see some of those captains, Teddy Steele, number 3, Sam Campbell's number 2, they snatched those up. Here is the third down play. Trimble looks to throw over the middle, and into traffic, falls incomplete in the end zone.
Yeah, I think that he tried to sprint left and tried to throw it back right, and the timing was just not there on that pattern. Pretty good coverage by the Saints as well.
He might have even been able to run for the first down as well.
I think Coach Haydock, he took a little jump there on the sidelines. I think he thought the same thing.
Yeah.
So this is a big play, obviously, for both teams, but for Wayne to fourth down here. To try to continue this drive is big here heading into the second quarter. They've used up a lot of time here, Eric, and not to get anything out of it would be disappointing.
4th and 7. The Generals need to get to the 8-yard line for a first down. And motion before the snap, it's going to cost them 5 yards.
Yeah, that's a tough one for a coach to take. You drive the ball all the way down and a couple mistakes, and now you're looking at 4th and 12. So Saints can tee off right here and not worry so much about the run.
Here is Trimble in the shotgun, 2 wideouts to the right side. He rolls that way, gets rid of the football, and it is incomplete. Overshoots his intended receiver, and Teddy Steele was right there on the coverage anyway. And the Saints defense comes up big in the red zone as they get the ball turned over on downs.
Yeah, even if he would have completed that, he wouldn't have got the first down. So good job by the Saints. Good red zone defense for the first time, and you got to be happy with what they just did there.
So the Saints get the football, 7:29 to go in the second quarter. And just to finish that conversation on the single digits, you know what else it shows? It shows a lot of numbers coming up in this Bishop Dwenger football system when you have a problem like that. Hey, we ran out of numbers.
Yes.
We ran out of jersey numbers. That tells you have a lot of kids coming through this program.
Yeah, I just think that shows the strength and of what Coach Garrett is built on from the prior traditions of Dwenger, and I think he had 144 kids out from freshman to senior year, and again, that's a testament to what he's done here.
Absolutely. First down, counter play through the middle, and up across the 25-yard line goes Trent Tippmann, his first carry of the year.
Yeah, nice little play there, little counter action, and good play on first down. I'd love to see, there's 7 minutes here, you'd love to see the Saints take this all the way down, leave no time on the clock, and get some kind of score on this drive.
And honestly, they haven't had a lot of time to practice their offense with the quick play capability they have. Teddy Steele scoring in one play, C.J. Davis scoring in one play. So I'm sure Coach Garrett would love to get that offense, some more reps. All right, Campbell under center this time. Flag's going to blow this one dead. Offsides on the defense.
Looked like they were in I formation. It looked like Sam was going to fake the run and do play action pass there. See if they come back to that or if they change this up with the penalty.
They'll march off the penalty yardage now. One thing that Coach Garrett said about Campbell, a quarterback, we know about the ability and what he's done not only at receiver, at defensive back, at kick returner, but he brings a really strong leadership and moxie. That was one word that Coach Garrett said. He's got moxie,
he does.
And the players follow him.
He does.
They gravitate to that, and they follow his lead, and that's what you love to see out of your quarterback. All right, inside flip, and it's going to be swallowed up by the Wayne defense. Loss of about 3 yards.
Yeah, Wayne read that one very well. Keaton Walker, number 70, sniffed that one out. See what they do here. It's 2nd and long now with 6 minutes left. And just going back to Sam, the kid's just a playmaker. If you've seen him play basketball, he's a wonderful playmaker on the court. And, again, he just needs to see more pass plays, let that game come to him. But he's a gamer for sure.
Thinks about running, tucks this one, able to elude the defense to buy time. He's got a man wide open down the field. It is Rustin caught at the 40, sidesteps inside the 30, and the Saints are in business all the way down to the 27-yard line.
Yeah, talking about a playmaker there.
Yeah.
He just made a play out of nothing there. Everything was covered. He had a little bit of rush, makes a play, and Stellan comes open. That was all Sam Campbell there. Very good.
He extended the play is what he did because of his elusiveness in the backfield, getting away from the defenders, buying more time, and trusting that his receivers can come open, and that's exactly what Stellan Rustin did. Rustin seeing a lot of time behind Jack Tittman at the tight end position last year, and will be one of those feature receivers this year for the Saints.
Yeah, he became a really reliable receiver last year, and he's going to be a big part of the Dwenger offense this year.
Saints are showing 5 wide right now, 3 to the top. Here is Campbell. Steps up, fires. He's got a man in the end zone, and it is caught. Touchdown Saints off a beautifully thrown ball. And let's check the number on that. Carter Minix, number 5, hauls it in. Touchdown Saints as they go up 23-0 here in the second quarter.
It's just a little fly route, and Sam put it right. There were he actually split 2 defenders there. A really good catch by Carter Minix. So
you saw he had a step on the defender, and it was just a matter of will the pass get over the fingertips of the defender, and it just did. And here we see the play that Bishop Dwenger loves when they see a lineup on the extra point. C.J. Davis takes it around the right side for 2.
For 2, yep. And this has been a staple of Coach Garrett's tenure here, is see how they react on these particular extra points. And if they think they got an advantage, they'll do it. And he's very successful with it. And it also, if future coaches are watching, you have to prepare for it, right?
That's
you
right.
have to spend 15 minutes of a practice preparing for it. So it's just more than, trying to get 2 points.
Yeah, I believe it's the old swinging gate. Is that what they call it?
I think so, yeah.
There you go. Well, folks, our second quarter sponsor is Evans Toyota. Thank you to Evans Toyota, Fort Wayne's premier Toyota dealer, serving Fort Wayne, Leo, Angola, New Haven, and Decatur. So the Saints go up 25-0 after that 2-point conversion. And let's check in with Sean McBride on the sideline. Actually, let's keep it up here right for the moment.
Yes.
Oh, there he is.
There he is.
Sorry, I didn't have my mic active. But, yeah, let's talk. Hey, what a beautifully executed offensive series. Sam Campbell comes out with a tremendous amount of confidence and drives the ball down the field. But hats off to that Dwenger defense to set that all up for him. Back up to you.
Thank you, Sean. So 25-0, an eye-opening score, I'm sure, across the SAC tonight.
I would think so. I think some people are going to see that score, and based on the media that I'm in the media now, so I got to be careful what I say, Eric, but of what they were talking about, what Wayne was trying to take that extra step this year in the SAC. So Saints well prepared for their first game here.
And they may very well still take a step forward this year, will the Generals. But always starting your season with Dwenger and Lures right out of the gate, that wears on a program. Here is the kickoff, and Moran sends this one through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
You got to love the green shoes on the kickers, though, and that it's awesome. I love it. It gives them a little identity, not a lot. It's still team, but a great kick.
Coach Garrett coming out to the numbers to give Moran a high five after that play. And that's just another weapon. That is another weapon that the Saints have in their tool chest. If you can have a kicker booming kickoffs routinely, it just negates the potential return.
Especially some teams that they're going to see in the future where they've got return people knocking it in the end zone, takes that away. Let's see how the Saints D reacts here. Keep the pressure on them.
Generals start at the 20.
Back to their regular set.
They'll fire it out to Sharon in the flats. Follows his blocker across the 20 up to about the 24-yard line.
Well covered by the Saints. C.J. Davis coming up from a safety spot. You know, with 5 minutes left, no big plays here. We played a great half. It's not the time to give up a big play here. Keep everything in front of you.
Five minutes to go until halftime here at Shields Field as the shadows stretch across the field all the way to the opposing bleachers. Trips to the near side for Trimble, looks to throw, fires it, and it is deflected at the line.
Good pressure by A.J. Lay, got his hands up and really redirected that throw there. Really good defense there, A.J.
Lay was one of those defenders that Coach Garrett was praising coming into this week. Just kind of came out of nowhere as a senior, had an outstanding summer and camp and offseason leading up to this, and basically made it impossible for Garrett not to put him in the lineup.
Yeah, it's a good problem to have. Yeah. Make the coach put you in because of what you're doing in practice.
3rd and 6. Nelson sheds one defender across the 25, across the 30. He's got a first down for the Generals.
This is what he brings to the table. The Saints had a shot at him at the line of scrimmage, couple of missed tackles, and what he can bring to the table is a first down like that. That was all effort. By Lamarian Nelson, yeah.
That's right. So first down, Generals. Again, trips to the near side. Here's Trimble, looks. He's going to fire it to Nelson in the backfield, cuts it back, and he's got some green in front of him, trying to outrun Carter Minix on the sideline, and Minix able to usher him out of bounds, but not until he crosses midfield with another Wayne first down.
Yeah, the Saints had that scoped out, and Nelson made a cutback, and that was all him. Very good playmaker play there.
You talk about vision on plays like that, where he sees one entire side of the formation open for running. Shows you that cutback and then the speed around the
Robert
edge.
Pelkington was just a little swing pass, and Robert was right there, but he cut it back, and really good play.
Same formation for the Generals, 1st and 10. Nelson this time following his blockers through the left side. He's got another opening, and inside the 35-yard line, first down, Generals.
Again, the Saints, he's bouncing Saints off. He's a hard runner, and we've got to get some wrapping going on from the Saints linebackers and D linemen here.
It makes you wonder if Nelson had come out like this with this effectiveness right from the get-go, if the Generals would be in a different position right now.
I would agree, Eric. That first quarter, it just looked like they were a little sluggish, and, and since that time, they have moved the ball on the Saints.
Well, and Dwenger took advantage, to their credit,
of good field position.
And the early miscue by Wayne as they dropped that wide open third down pass. Can never overstate what one play or one moment, the trickle down effect it can have in a ball game. They'll mark this one at the 29-yard line.
Again, 2nd and 3, still plenty of time and lots of options here for Coach Haydock from a play calling situation. This has normally been a pass.
Trimble looks to pass as he rolls to his right. He's got a man open and unable to pull it down. That was Kaishan Tolles.
Yeah, and a good pass pattern. I think he just slipped right at the end and just could not bring it in. A good throw by Christian Tremble, and those are the plays, though, right there, Eric, that make you get over the hump or not. So
it's going to bring up a 3rd and 3 from the 29-yard line. Power formation. It's Nelson through the middle. He's got the first down. Showing the power on that play.
Yep, they went back to that unbalanced line, and they've been pretty effective with that, with this particular formation.
The Saints defense, though, has been pretty effective once they get right here on the edge of the red zone. They've tightened up so far tonight. Can they do it again tonight? Nelson takes this one down to the 20.
Yeah, still plenty of time on the clock. Right at the 20, 2nd down. Saints got to toughen up here, be a wall, try to get a good stop here, and try to make them throw it here on 3rd down.
3 minutes to go until halftime. If you're the Generals, you would love to tick this one all the way down to almost 0 on the clock and punch it in for 6. Give you some momentum going into the locker room.
Yeah, Coach just took a timeout. Coach Haydock, I think.
Yep.
Lamarian Nelson went out, and I think he's going to make sure they're all on the same page here.
There you go. We will take a timeout as well. You're watching Bishop Dwenger Football on BDHS Media Productions.
Evans Toyota is locally owned and proudly supports Bishop Dwenger. Let's go Saints!
For financial resources that will bring you peace of mind. SMA is a preferred Ramsey coaching consultant offering practical resources to help you set you on the right path. That is SMA. 2nd and 7, greeting the Wayne Generals here on this red zone possession. Ball resting right on the 20-yard line.
Let's see what Coach Haydock drew up, and they're going to run it. Good job, Saints.
And stuffed out, that's Caden Rockford getting the rock that time and stuffed at the line of scrimmage. Another big play here for Wayne.
I would think this is 2-down territory. Just watching their place kicker in the warm-ups, I'm not sure they are yet to yardage that he can get it to the uprights.
Bootleg by Trimble, and the Saints were there to snuff it out.
No one fooled there.
Ashton Scary, among many others, hooking up with Trimble in the backfield. And that's going to set him all the way back with a 4th and 11. Of course, Wayne really with no other option, but how about the Saints defense on that play?
Yeah, great. Again, red zone defense. No one, everybody read their keys. Robert Pelkington stayed at home again, and there's nowhere for him to go.
Yeah.
These are the plays that I get a little nervous about. If it's just a throw it up, good pressure by Anthony Lay.
Tremble escapes the blitz. He's going to have to tuck it and run, making an effort at the first down marker. We'll see where they put it. And he's going to be inside the 10-yard line with a Wayne first down.
Yeah, Christian Tremble making something happen. Good pressure at the beginning, but we had no containment on the right side and left an alley there for him to get the first down. So now we're under 2 minutes, headed close to a minute. Ball on the 7.
Looks like the 8.
The 8. Saints D going to get tested here.
Yep. And if you're Coach Garrett, this is exactly the type of situation you want your defense to get experience in these goal line type of situations.
For sure. Here's a little.
Yep, shovel pass inside. Sharon's going to take the ball down to about the 5. 2nd and goal, Generals.
And Coach Haydock still has 1 timeout left, so his whole playbook is open here, I think.
And actually, this is probably the longest stretch we've seen with Nelson not getting the ball.
I would agree.
Trimble making the job happen with his feet. Now we're inside 50 seconds to go.
Here comes the power play.
Nelson through the middle, and the Saints meet him for a short gain. It's going to be 3rd and goal as we tick down to 40 seconds to go.
Yeah, I think they're going to try to line up quickly here.
Yep.
They may run the exact same play.
Power formation at the 2-yard line. 3rd and goal from the 2. 25 seconds to go. Handoff. Nelson looking for the end zone. It's going to be close.
He got it.
They're marking him down inside the 1-yard line. 15 seconds to go. Haywood's going to call his last timeout.
Yep.
Yep, 11 seconds left on the clock, and that's where they stop it. Inside the 1. Big play coming up here.
And Coach Garrett's got 1 too, so you could almost see what he brings out, take
True.
a timeout, and see if they readjust. But I think he was trying to get some bigger bodies in if they're going to go with that power set with the unbalanced line.
Yeah, if I'm the Generals, I'm not trying to outsmart myself here. I'm just giving the ball to number 2.
You mean you wouldn't throw a slant in the Super Bowl when you've got your running back?
Oh, don't go there.
Okay.
No.
Hey, you're not a Seahawk fan then.
Well, it gives us a chance to thank St. Joe Barbershop. St. Joe Barbershop will keep you looking good all season with custom color and cut options to serve the whole family. Conveniently located on Maple Crest, St. Joe Barbershop is your hometown barber. 11.7 seconds on the clock until the halftime break, and the Wayne Generals have a 4th and goal from about the 3-inch line. Again, we see that tight formation. Trumbull's going to be under center. And Lamarion Nelson in the backfield. Here we go.
They try
inside
to do the
handoff,
man.
and they get in?
It.
They do.
I think the extra effort, they gave it to the fullback.
That was Young, right?
Yeah, Nehemiah Young. And they stopped him initially, but the second effort got him over.
Well, Haydock was thinking differently than me there. He put the ball in someone else's hands other than Nelson.
He did.
And Young got the job done. So keeping the Saints guessing a little bit there, and the Wayne Generals get on the scoreboard for the first time tonight. Well, I mentioned moments ago, if you're the Wayne Generals, that was the exact series that you wanted going into the locker room. Gives you some momentum, some confidence. That PAT is blocked by the Saints. How about big number 84? That's Caleb Lehrman getting up there.
Yeah, there was multiple people. Good penetration by the Saints there.
Well, it also helps being 6'8".
Yes, it does.
Lehrman with the block. We have 8 seconds left on the clock, so the Generals still do have to kick this one back to the Saints. And we've already seen what Carter Minix can do in the return game on the punt. He'd love to get his hands on this one.
Yeah, you almost want to think that when I was watching the kicker, he was not getting it quite to the end zone.
Yeah.
I know you don't want to take a penalty, but kicking it out of bounds here and not even giving the Saints a chance to return something.
Yeah, probably a squib kick down the middle of the field is what I would expect to see. But a good-looking drive by the Generals. They get in the end zone 25-6 because of the blocked PAT.
Yeah, and a really good play by Christian Tremble there to extend that drive.
Yeah.
On the run from his pass play.
If you get a squib kick, it goes to one of these middle guys. Do you tell them to pitch it back to one of your return men? That's too risky, isn't it?
I would fall on it. We've won the half here. Let's go in. And but he was not getting it past the 20.
Yeah.
In his warm-up. So
high kick. Teddy Steele's going to have a chance to field this one through the middle. Full head of steam across the 35-yard line. 5 seconds left on the clock.
Good coverage by Wayne there. That's always risky, kicking it deep to one of your best returners there. And not much you can do here at 5.6 seconds. So
right. Campbell and company out. Take one snap here. We expect them to take a knee and take us into the halftime break.
Yeah, it looks like their formation's going to show that, and got to be really happy with this first half for Coach Garrett.
Campbell takes the knee, and that brings us to the end of the first half. A first half that's dominated by the Bishop Dwenger Saints on offense and defense. 25-6 is your halftime score. And we will step aside, be back with our halftime break. You're watching Bishop Dwenger football on BDHS Media Productions.
You know, there's three kinds of people in this world: those that get the numbers and those that don't. If you need professional help when it comes to the numbers, whether it's payroll, accounting, or professional or personal taxes, come see the experts at Management and Tax Services. Proud to be Dwenger supporters for over 60 years.
Field halftime here as the Saints on top 25-6 over the Generals. And right now, we would like to share our pregame conversation with Coach Garrett here at Bishop Dwenger Media Productions. Clara Burns was able to catch up with Coach Garrett before the game this week, and we share that interview with you right now.
Welcome to Student Media's Game Day Talk. I'm your host, Clara Burns. Today we're joined with Saints head football coach, Coach Garrett. How are you doing, Coach?
Doing great. This is exciting. I can see us on the camera there. This is neat.
We're happy to have you here. Getting into this year and having new seniors and a new team, tell me how you would describe Bishop Dwenger football and the brotherhood that surrounds the team.
Well, first and foremost, I think we're Christ-centered, and our mantra, if you will, is trust, unity, and toughness. And you know, we spend a lot of time over the summer developing trust, a brotherhood, a sense of brotherhood. That unity, that, you know, when things get tough on Friday nights especially, that they stick together, they trust each other. And toughness is not just the physical side of it, but the mental side of it, because it's quite a grind. In the sense of the brotherhood, you know, we came up with our theme this year, Unbreakable Brotherhood, and hopefully that foundation is set for the regular season.
And we know that your job here at school is in pastoral ministry, so how big of a part is faith within the team?
Well, I'm blessed to be in that role as pastoral minister, and I think it helps me to be a better man, better husband, better father, better grandfather now. But yeah, faith is the key of everything. You know, we tell our guys, if you don't have your faith, if going forward in life, when you face tough moments, you know, the 4th and 1 situations, you know,
yeah.
Football are sometimes 4th and 1 situations in life, and so we hope that what they learn day by day with us helps them to be great, extraordinary men. And so yeah, faith is the center of what we try to do.
This is your 5th start as head coach for BD this year. So how does this year and this team compare to the rest?
First of all, let me apologize. That's 5 years. Here I am. It's God's fault. I truly believe that. So, it's a blessing. Try to stay away from certain comparisons. Different personalities of each team. You start saying, oh, this team's a little bit like that team or this team, and some of the skill sets that you have. It's interesting you ask that question because in 2015 we really didn't have any real, what you might call big names. As of right now, at least, you don't have a ton of offers. We've had C.J. Davis, came over from Northrop, and he's a senior. He's a very skilled athlete. He's going to Marshall, so he kind of came in. He's a guy that gets a lot of that attention, but for the most part, it's just a close group. They play hard together. They like being with each other. So, yeah, 2015, and that ended in a state championship. So we're excited.
Yeah, and with that, do you have any expectations for our conference matchups and going into the postseason?
Well, the SAC is arguably the toughest conference in the state. Year in and year out, it's the toughest conference. One of the things that we always talk about is the process, and we love to win the conference, and obviously that's always a goal, but it's certainly it becomes secondary to the postseason, and what Bishop Dwenger football has been about is playing late in the postseason. There's tremendous competition in the SAC this year. At the end of the day, it's preparation for the long runs. We're actually projected by some media outlets out there to be far towards the bottom. In a certain sense, kind of an underdog in that sense. All the teams are good, and we'll have great competition.
All right. Thank you for coming in today, Coach, and good luck tonight.
Well, thank you, Clara,
Thank you.
And to everybody out there. We're so excited for this new venture. So thanks to all that have supported it.
Now joining us in the studio is senior captain Stellan Rustin. Stellan, how are you this game day?
I'm doing pretty well. Ready to play some football.
What's your favorite part about being on the Bishop Dwenger football team?
My favorite part is probably the brotherhood that we have on the football team. Just playing football with a bunch of the guys and just having fun, going out there every day at practice, and on Friday going to hit some other people.
Yeah. What is your position that you play?
So I play wide receiver, so I catch the ball that Sam Campbell throws.
Yeah. And as a senior captain, what are some of your responsibilities on and off the field?
I think it's not just like the captains, but all seniors. We have this responsibility to carry on the traditions and legacy of Dwenger football.
What's your favorite tradition?
My favorite tradition probably is the bus ride, where we're silent on the way, and then we strap up our helmets when the first person sees the lights, which is pretty cool.
That's awesome. Can you touch on the chemistry that you and your teammates have this year?
I think this football team's really close. We're just all brothers,
And Coach mentioned in his interview that C.J. Davis fit right in when he came to Dwenger. Do you have anything to say about C.J.?
Yeah, I like C.J. He's a cool dude, and we're glad to have him.
Awesome. Thank you for coming in today, Stellan. That is Game Day Talks with Clara Burns.
High school sports fans, welcome back to Game Time, to pure spirit, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Game Time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA.
There's three kinds of people in this world: those that get the numbers and those that don't. If you need professional help when it comes to the numbers, whether it's payroll, accounting, or professional or personal taxes, come see the experts at Management and Tax Services. Proud to be Dwenger supporters for over 60 years.
St. Anne Communities is a senior living community including a rehabilitation center, memory and dementia care, assisted and residential living, as well as a nursing facility that served the community for over 54 years. while offering a Christ-centered environment that is the only place in Fort Wayne that offers daily Mass and sacraments. For more information on employment, senior living, or to make a gift to support the first floor renovation campaign, please visit us at our website or give us a call.
Hi, sports fans. Sean McBride here, inviting you to try the Barbershop experience. St. Joe Center Barbershop, located at the corner of St. Joe Center and Maplecrest, prides itself on professionalism, cleanliness, and a family-friendly atmosphere. In their third generation of family ownership, they have a combined experience of over 125 years. Give them a call at 485-6981. It's my barbershop of choice. That's St. Joe Center Barbershop at 485-6981.
Many traditions have developed over the years in our hallowed halls that embody the spirit of our humble beginnings, and that makes each and every one of us part of the Dwenger family. This family of dedicated alumni, parents, faculty, staff, and friends have been preparing our young saints for the future, building upon their Catholic faith, expanding their minds, and enriching their hearts. Bishop Dwenger students are educated based on the foundation of 4 pillars: an academic life, a spiritual life, an active life, and a life of service. Focusing on these pillars helps us develop the whole person. We often speak of the Dwenger family, an indescribable sense of community, a focus on tradition, and love for our faith create a special and powerful bond for all of our saints. The commitment to Catholic education throughout the generations is also evident in the time, talent, and treasure the community shares with our school. We are so blessed by the generosity of the Dwenger family, who are loyal to our school in its effort to cultivate citizens of 2 worlds. When our students graduate with a priceless Bishop Dwenger diploma, they also have a deeper appreciation of the Catholic faith, a strong sense of their civic responsibilities, an achievement of academic success, and an unparalleled ability to balance their studies with extracurricular activities. This is what it means to be a saint.
Well, we are back live at Shields Field. Halftime here, 25-6 is your score. Saints on top of the Wayne Generals. We'd like to take a moment here to talk about BDHS Media Productions and what the students and the staff here at Bishop Dwenger have been able to do. What you saw there was a pregame offering. We were able to show it during our halftime, but a student, Clara Burns, was able to interview Coach Garrett. We'll be having that pregame tailgate talk coaches show before every one of our games, and it's just another exciting addition to this program. We've had an increase in students this year. We have 20 more students than last year. And then we also have some more state-of-the-art equipment, as you've seen with the multiple camera angles. And unfortunately, Kevin, it sounds like viewers have gotten to see us a little bit more, but that's just the nature of the beast, I guess.
Yeah. I have a face for radio, I think, so the less video time for me is probably better.
Well, we're excited that students are able to get their feet wet, not only with the football game here, but with some curriculum and getting the reins at some media production. And we've got an increased number of subscribers. So we thank you, our viewers, for watching tonight. And let's just toss it down to Sean, as I'm sure you're as happy as anyone to watch this program continue to grow.
Well, it's a great thing, Eric. We're just so excited to get these kids involved with the program, and the coaches, the students, the staff, everyone is on board with this. We would obviously ask our viewers a little patience. We've got a lot of kids behind the camera, so we're not professional grade yet. But first game of the year compared to the last game of the year, it's going to be magic. It's going to be a great thing. So while we're here down 2, I see Coach Garrett getting ready to come take the field. So we're going to get his thoughts on the first half. And the atmosphere here is just electric, just an absolutely beautiful night to kick the season off. And I've got Coach Garrett right here. Coach, first half went a little up-tempo, set the stage. Your quarterback, Carter, I mean, you've got some real talented kids out there that are really showing us some tonight.
Yeah, I mean, you said it. I mean, we wanted to come out with tempo and start fast and execute while we were starting fast, and they did a great job. I mean, hit a few of those plays, and, you know, we tried to get the ball into our playmakers' hands, and when we did, we capitalized. So, you know, we had a couple big ones. We need to get the run game going. We're going to work on that. And, you know, defense played outstanding. They found some things there. We adjusted at halftime. Coach Knepp, we're in good shape. So, yeah, first game, start for all those guys. Sam took the leadership. Couldn't be prouder of him.
Right. Good stuff, Coach. Best of luck in the second half. Okay, guys, back up to you.
All right, thank you, Sean. Always love hearing from Coach Garrett. Special halftime treat, getting his thoughts, and we hope to bring that to you each game here this season. Kevin, thoughts on the first half as we looking forward to the second half? It's really been dominated on both sides of football by the Saints.
Yeah, if I had to come up with one word, Eric, I would say it's efficient. They were efficient from the very beginning. Defensively, special teams, and offensively. And I think that, you know, that first play from Teddy Steele really set the stage. Offensive line came off the ball there and really took control of the game. And then the big play from C.J. Davis. I mean, you know, a little screen, a little pass that he turns into basically an 85-yard touchdown. And so efficient. They were very efficient for a first game.
Yeah, you know, when I look at this, I think back to 2 years ago, the last time Wayne played here in the season opener 2 years ago. And that was kind of the coming out party for Rocco Sioka as a junior. Just burst onto the scene. He had over 100 yards receiving, a pair of touchdowns. And kind of my thought coming into this game was who was going to be that guy who stepped up, who kind of made a name for himself. And C.J. Davis, I'd say he's an early entrant to that category with the impact he's had both defensively and offensively.
I would say he, he had an interception, and then the very next play ran 85 yards for a touchdown. That's a pretty good start. Yeah. First game here at Bishop Dwenger for C.J. Davis. And, yes, he's filled that role very well in the first half here.
One thing interesting to me going forward, obviously the second half, we expect to see a healthy dose of the run game for Bishop Dwenger. And they've got a lot of new faces in the backfield. Teddy Steele is back, but he's the only one of the top 5 rushers from last year who's back after graduation. So who else is going to carry the ball? We've seen Trent Tippmann. They've got some capable backs, and I'm excited to see who gets some touches in the second half.
Yeah, I am too. And these are the games, right, when you're up 25-6 and you get the ball and you just start to pound the rock and take some time off the clock. And I'm excited to see how this offensive line is going to respond here with a lead like this, and don't let these people back in the game.
That's right. Let's go back down to Sean and check in on some other scores around the city. Sean, what do you have for us?
All right, some updates around the half. Normally halftime scores here. Snyder 13, Northside 6. Homestead 23, Northrop 0. Carroll on top of Bishop Luers 7-3. Concordia blanking Southside's 19-0. Eastside is up 22-8, and Angola and DeKalb are deadlocked at 7. Those are updates from about 5 minutes ago. I'll keep track of things and send it back up to you.
Perfect. Thank you, Sean. Some close ball games there. I'm interested to see Bishop Luers hanging there with Carroll.
Yeah, I'd love to see that. You know, based on what I saw from the scrimmage, you know, Carroll's defense is going to be as good as there is in the SAC. And, you know, the quarterback situation at Carroll, unfortunate, but Luers hanging in there, and I'd love to see that from our brethren out south.
Yeah, especially for a team that, I mean, they lost 9 offensive starters, you know, most notably Carson Clark, obviously, who became the SAC's all-time leading passer. But some of the guys they have back and some other people stepping into those roles, that backfield for Bishop Luers is going to be electric this year with R.J. Hogue back, Gio Jimenez. They've got Mickey Daring, just a lot of guys who can tote the rock. And that's what you want out of a team after your star quarterback graduates. You want a strong running game to help ease a new quarterback in. And that's what they have helping out Charlie Stansky under center.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what they can do, and it looks like at least through the first half, they're hanging with one of the best or predicted to be one of the best in the SAC with the Carroll Chargers. So a little bit similar to what we have here with Sam in that our running game try to set the tone here and allow him to, open up some lanes for him to throw the ball, and it's worked out well this first half. And we won the toss, deferred. We're going to get the ball, Eric, and you just love to see a really good first drive in this first half to take any doubt out of the Wayne team here.
So it's going to be the Saints receiving the football on this beautiful summer night. Could not be more excited that high school football is back. Everything's back to normal. We see a huge crowd here at Shields Field. Student section is packed. We've got the band. We've got all the kids running around outside the fences.
Yeah, is there anything better than seeing the little kids run around throwing the football? And if you think that's where the tradition starts, right there,
yeah.
These kids running around in the grass out here. I love it.
You'll hear, former Bishop Dwenger greats who will tell you, yeah, it all started running around under the bleachers at Bishop Dwenger games back in grade school. Here's C.J. Davis. Oh. Trying to put his fingerprints all over this ball game. He's going to return it up to the 42-yard line.
Yeah, really good field position here for the first drive of the half, and CJ had a little good spurt there. Get us up here on the 42.
Here comes Sam Campbell back for the Saints.
The other thing is, Eric, you got to be impressed with the lack of penalties. Knock on wood somewhere, but the Saints have done a really good job of keeping them as not part of the game here. Very low in penalties here.
Turnovers as well. And those two things tend to rear their ugly head early on in the season, but Saints have been able to dodge those. First down run by Trent Tippmann. And, of course, another thing you see in first games, there's a lot of emotions. These players have been ready to get out there and hit someone with a non-gold helmet all summer long.
Yeah, Trent's getting a little talking here. Let it once the whistle blows, let it lay and roll off. All good. Good officiating there.
Yep. It's going to be a shotgun for Campbell. Quarterback keeper around the left side, looking for the edge, going to reverse field. Trying to get a blocker. Sam. Dangerous play as Sam is pulled down from behind. It's going to go down as a gain of 1. But you're right, that's a bit of a risky play.
Yeah, it wasn't there. I know Sam's trying to make something out of it. He at least got back to the line of scrimmage, but let's get down and work on the next one.
And Campbell able to elude the defenders there thanks to his speed. Brings up a 3rd and 8. Campbell in the shotgun with 2 wideouts to each side.
Coming. Yep, here comes the blitz.
He's going to step up, fires it to the sideline. He's got his man. That's Rustin across the 45-yard line, and that's a Saints first down.
Yeah, really nifty move there by Sam, eluding the rush, stepping up in the pocket and finding his receiver. That's a big 3rd down pass.
So Sam able to complete that pass and keep the chains moving. We've seen that multiple times with Campbell able and willing to step up in the pocket, elude the defenders, and extend the play. Really been impressed by Campbell tonight.
Yeah, has really been a great leader and has really managed this offense really well tonight.
1st and 10. Campbell again a keeper, this time through the middle. There is a flag in the backfield as he is wrestled down, almost a horse collar tackle at about the 30-yard line.
Yeah, West might be coming back. We might get our first hold of the game on the Saints, but a really good design play there. That was a quarterback draw, basically lead draw. It was wide open, but may have been wide open because we had a hold.
Right.
So. But this is a good test, a holding call. Now you're 1st and 20, and we haven't had this yet.
Right.
So let's see how they respond to this piece.
That is the call, holding on the Saints. Again, 25-6 your score, 9:50 to go in this third quarter.
A little different set. They got C.J. Davis almost as a tight end.
Right.
Going.
Campbell looking to throw deep. He steps up. Now over to his left. Gets rid of the football. It is deflected and falls to the turf.
Yeah, good defense. Darian Alexander putting some pressure on. Darian's 6'4", 178-pound outside linebacker. Got a hand on it, and Saints lucky there was no one there to pick up that deflected pass.
Still a nice job by Campbell to step up into the pocket and find an opening to get rid of the football.
Yeah, we really want to try to get this ball at least back to the yard markers here to make a little bit manageable third down. 3rd and 19 is not a good.
Yep. 5 wideouts, empty backfield for Campbell. Rolls to his left, fires, has a man, and it is picked off. It's thrown a little bit behind Minix, who goes to the turf. And here comes Wayne on the return, picked off by number 5 on Wayne. That is Darian Alexander.
That was a really good grab by Darian. It was almost on the ground, and he picked it up. And, yeah, unfortunately, Sam was a little bit behind on the pass. And great play by Darian. So this is what we didn't want, but here it is. Saints defense, sudden change is what they talk about all the time. And let's see what we can do here, Saints D.
Yep. So the Saints, unfortunately, succumbing to some penalties on that drive and the turnover, the two things they had avoided the entire first half. But again, it is a learning experience. It's the first game of the season, and it's giving the Saints another situation to work with. Here is a deep ball on first down. Sharon catches it inside the 10, takes it to the 5, and a beautiful deep ball from Trimble puts the Generals in scoring position.
Yeah, it looked like the Saints just weren't quite ready yet for that offensive play. Really good call there. 2 men, actually 2 were wide open, and this time he makes the catch. Saints D got to toughen up here, see if we can force a field goal.
It's going to be 1st and goal from the 4-yard line. The Wayne Generals pick up their biggest gain of the night.
You got a late substitution that looks like they're all good, and
yep.
Here comes the power play again.
And off to Nelson, steps over a defender and walks into the end zone for 6 as Wayne gets back in the ball game with a touchdown.
Yeah, really good play there. C.J. Davis, one of the best in the SAC, came up, but I'll tell you what, Lamarion put a stick on him, and yeah, the Wayne Generals are right back in this thing, and this is about talking 4 quarters, right? Got to play 4 quarters.
Yep, the Saints jumped out, if you recall, to a 17-0 lead after the first quarter. And since then, they've been actually outscored 12-8 so far. Motion before the snap, and that one is going to be a false start on the Generals.
You got to give the Wayne Generals, a lot of credit too. I mean, they could have absolutely folded in the at halftime here, and coach just not gonna, Haydock's not gonna let that happen. And they came out, played really good defense, and the quick strike offense, and they're right back in this game.
Yeah. Not too long ago, it was 25-0. So they'll bump this one back. The PAT attempt now coming from just inside the 15-yard line. Hold is down, kick is up, and looks good, and it is. Nice kick there.
Yep.
And booting it through for the Generals was number 32. That is Robert Castro, junior kicker. So that makes it a 25-13 ball game with 8:59 to go in the third quarter. We'll step aside, be back with more Bishop Dwenger football on BDHS Media Productions. Back at Shields Field, we would like to thank Nove and SureTrack for their support of the Saints. Nove has been serving our community since 2001 with well-built trailers and a focus on customer service. At Nove, quality matters. Call them for all professional and personal trailer needs. So here we are, and just over 3 minutes into the third quarter, it's a different ballgame. Wayne has fought their way back in. They now only trail by 12 points. After that pass play from Trimble to Sharon, set up the touchdown a couple plays later by Lamarian Nelson.
Yeah, now all of a sudden, now it's on the Saints, right, to have a productive drive on offense here and not do 3 and out and give the ball right back to Wayne. They'll have some momentum on the offensive side. So we got to take care of business here.
Big boot. All the way back into the end zone. That's going to be a touchback.
Yeah, really good kick. I hadn't seen that at all during practice. And
yep, Castro able to boom that one all the way back to the goal line. So here comes Campbell and company. Again, you talk about a new situation. Campbell hasn't started a game at quarterback since middle school, right? Go back to.
I think he may have played a little as a freshman, but yeah, you're right. It's been a while, and this game he'll improve his passing game as the season goes on, as the game starts to slow down for him for sure.
I formation for the Saints.
Yep, little ISO from an I formation, and right now Wayne's doing a good job of stacking the box and stopping the run. So we're going to have to be efficient with our passing game if they're going to load the box up like they're doing here.
That was Toby Tippmann getting his first carry of the night, number 13 for the Saints. Now a shotgun for Campbell. Going to roll to his right through the middle and picking up about another 5 yards on second down. Nice run by Campbell.
Yeah, sets up a little bit better third down play here, 3rd and short. These are so important in big games and trying to extend these drives or these 3rd and 2s.
Yeah. Probably the most important play tonight for the Bishop Dwenger offense right here. Facing a 3rd and short and trying to keep the momentum away from Wayne. Two wideouts to the near side, one to the far. Campbell is going to take it through the middle again, across the 30, spin move, and he's got just enough for a Bishop Dwenger first down.
Yeah, good read by Sam, a little cut back, and easily got the first down. I just always get nervous when your quarterback's running the ball.
Yep, we've seen his toughness, though, the last couple of years, taking a lot of big hits, playing that slot receiver route and returning kicks. He's always one to bounce right back up. First and 10 Saints from their own 33-yard line. Here comes the pressure. Campbell flips it inside on the shovel pass. Here's Stellan Rustin looking for the edge. He can't get there. It's going to be a loss of 2.
Yeah, Kari Lloyd, really great play. Sniffed it out. They strung it out as well, and very good tackle for a loss.
Campbell running the option that time, had the ability to pitch it out or pitch it inside on the shovel pass.
Right.
Second and 11 as we tick down to 6.5 minutes to go here in this third quarter. Plenty of time left in this ball game. I formation now for the Saints, and now man in motion. They'll whistle this one dead. It's going to be a Bishop Dwenger timeout.
Yeah, coach not liking what he's seeing here, and going to try to bring the troops here together and see if they come up with a good play here.
Yep. We'll step aside as well. You're watching Bishop Dwenger football on BDHS Media Productions.
You see them everywhere. That Preferred Auto bumper sticker. All makes and models. You ever wonder why? It's simple. We've worked hard over the last 30+ years to earn your trust.
And with all the unknowns right now in the auto industry, we're still confident in one thing. With over $6 million in inventory, I'm sure we have the perfect vehicle for you.
So stop by any of our 3 convenient locations and see what sets us apart from the rest.
Preferred Auto.
Welcome back, folks. Step up your snack game by offering healthy and delicious options from Fort Fresh Vending. Find out how to get a free vending machine from Fort Fresh Vending in your business or school. They are Fort Fun's fresh snack provider. That is Fort Fresh Vending. Third quarter action here at Shields Field. Bishop Dwenger on top 25-13 and facing a 2nd and 11 on their own 32-yard line. Man in motion on I form. Campbell wants to get rid of this football, deflected, and it's going to fall incomplete. Nice pressure there from the Wayne defense, and they were all over Sam Campbell.
Yeah, Sam didn't have much time there to make any kind of throw or read. This is a big play for the Dwenger offense here, 3rd and 11, and Wayne's got some momentum here, and we got to make a play. It's almost reversed from the first half. You know, in the trenches, Wayne's really controlling the line of scrimmage right now.
And they've also been the offense with the big play capability in the second half so far. Campbell with 5 wide. Looks right, now rolls to his left, fires this one deep down the middle. Davis is there and hauls it in. Davis inside the 20. He's going to waltz into the end zone.
Well, there's your big play. There's your big play right there, Eric.
Sam Campbell delivered a dime, getting some love from Coach Garrett on the sideline. That one went for 68 yards and a touchdown as the young man on the other end, C.J. Davis, is building his profile tonight.
Really good protection, gave Sam enough time and gave the receiver enough time to make a great route. And I tell you, Sam put that on the money.
Wow. Love the confidence out of the young man, Sam Campbell. Davis running the deep slant and got behind the Wayne defense. And you mentioned on the money, Davis bobbled that slightly a little bit, and then pulled it in, and we see that speed to outrun the defenders to the end zone.
You had just said, Eric, about big plays, and boy, did Sam deliver there, and so did C.J. Davis. That was beautiful. I'm seeing a lot of players on both sides having cramps, and even though it's cool out here at the beginning of the game, it was hot.
Yeah.
And so we have a Wayne player down. It just looks like he has a cramp, but I've seen other players like that. Got to hydrate all day.
I tell you what, Kevin, even if the game ends right now, this is C.J. Davis's stat line. 2 catches, 156 yards receiving, and 2 touchdowns. Not to mention an interception on defense.
It's not a bad first game.
We mentioned it earlier, just adds that extra dimension to that Bishop Dwenger offense.
And he really has.
What I love is seeing Sam Campbell come back after throwing the interception the previous drive.
Yep.
Move that aside, you know, short-term memory, and delivered a perfect throw there that went 68 yards for the score. PAT attempt now for Moran, boots it through. That is a nice-looking boot there. And the PAT is good. 31-13 is your score as the Saints increase their lead on the Wayne Generals. We'll step aside. You're watching Bishop Dwenger football on BDHS Media Productions.
Illumination Solutions Incorporated is a landscape lighting design company that specializes in high-quality brass lighting products made in America. We make it easy for you to add to your curb appeal and value to your home, business, or vacation property with our premium landscape lighting products. Our mission is to help you illuminate your outdoor living space by adding beauty, safety, and security with our top-of-the-line landscape lighting solutions. So call today and let our team get started on your landscape lighting design today. Call Ed and Amber Smith at 260-489-1000. Illumination Solutions Incorporated.
Welcome back to Shields Field. Let's send it down to Sean McBride.
Well, guys, you talked about it during the break. What an exciting day this is for the Saints and a coming out party for Sam Campbell and company. Thinking about this, his first varsity start, and look at the performance that he's got. Kevin, you talked about delivering that ball on a dime, and he absolutely did to CJ. And the confidence that this kid has, I am going to be excited to watch him throughout the entire season. Back up to you.
Yep, you said it, Sean. Confidence, definitely no shortage of confidence coming from Campbell. And we saw that on the basketball court, too. If you watched any Bishop Dwenger basketball, I saw his game where he hit 6 3-pointers. He was just not afraid to pull that from anywhere on the court.
No, I think that Sam's probably shooting the 3 coming off the bus if he could. So, yeah, you just got to love, Coach talks about grit all the time, of having that grit, and Sam Campbell has that piece, man.
Yep.
He's just a great ball player, great leader, great kid.
And you're talking about a guy who had to wait his turn as well. He loved playing the quarterback position, was able to, to his credit and his talented, all-around talent, was able to get on the field as a sophomore and make a major impact for this Bishop Dwenger team. But last year had to wait his turn to play quarterback. As we see the return, Lamarian Nelson across the 20-yard line takes a big hit.
Yeah, he ran into his own player there. He had a head of steam going, so the Saints may have lucked out a little bit there, but good job special teams keeping them right about the 20-yard line.
So Campbell waited his turn last year. Of course, had a quarterback competition with Evan Springer, the graduated senior. Colin Vance was a senior, getting some looks at quarterback well, and then Bodie Dickerson, who ended up eventually growing into the role as the season went on. And spoiler alert, Bodie Dickerson, we'll see him next week, won't we?
Yes, we will.
After transferring to Northside.
Yes, we will.
Now the starting quarterback for the Legends.
Oh,
a fumble here by Wayne. Looks like the Generals were able to fall back on top.
No, I think the Saints got it.
The Saints come up with a football there.
Unfortunate bumbling handoff there. Looked like he never had it.
Yeah.
And it's just a reaction. No one jumped on the ball. It was really weird. They're calling it an incomplete pass. Could that be?
Now they'll talk about it. Yep, they do call it incomplete.
I wonder if Dwenger knows that. They got their offense ready.
They're coming to tell Coach right now. Coach Garrett was in Sam Campbell's ear getting ready for their first offensive snap, but instead the Generals will maintain possession.
It must have been a shuttle. It was really quick and really hard to see, but it must have been a shuttle pass.
You know what it looked like?
A forward shuttle pass that he dropped. So
it looked like a pitch to the side to the running back, and the officials must have ruled that it was a slightly forward pitch. Although you could tell by the reaction from all the players, everyone assumed it was a fumble.
Yeah.
So the Generals dodge a bullet there. Hand off to Nelson. This time the Saints wrangle him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on second down.
Much better job there. Gang tackling and not letting Nelson get through the first tackle.
Big 3rd and 10 for the Generals now. We talked about Wayne getting back in this ball game. They cut it to 25-13 with 2 consecutive scores. Now with Sam Campbell's touchdown pass, Bishop Dwenger has extended their lead. The pressure shifts back to the Wayne Generals to keep this drive going. 3 wideouts to the lower portion of the screen, and that pass incomplete. Looked like the intended receiver never turned around. Maybe some miscommunication.
He never. He went right at the safety, never turned his head. Actually, I think he was open there initially, but never even looked for the pass. So
the Generals not on the same page on 3rd down, and now looking at a 4th and long on their own 20. Looks like personnel shift and maybe a punting situation here from the Generals.
Yeah, I think the Saints are going to get really good field position here again. Good job by the defense, though. You know, big play, you come right back out, and you get 3 and out.
Right.
That's so demoralizing to an opponent's offense. So good job by the Saints of getting a 3 and out here.
It's exactly how Coach Garrett and company would have hoped they responded to their last, after allowing the Generals back into the game a little bit on their last possession. They responded really well.
Yes, they did. I don't know what the conversation is down on the field.
Officials having a word, but no indication has been given.
Oh, they're just moving the play clock back up, I think.
So still 4th and 10. And a punting situation.
I think that's Carter Minnick's back.
Yep. Trimble boots this one, a high kick.
Get away.
And it takes a Dwenger bounce inside the 40-yard line. So the Saints will start their possession 39 yards away from the end zone. You mentioned good starting field position. This is, I believe, their 3rd possession starting inside the opposing 40-yard line.
Yeah, they've definitely won the battle of the field position tonight, and especially early. That was a big factor with helping Dwenger get out to a nice 17-point lead. And they've got it again here, and love to see some pounding of the rock here.
Yeah. Well, Campbell has shown he is more than efficient through the air. He can get the job done. He's got split backs now and 1 wide out to each side. Here's the carry. Teddy Steele doing what he did on his first carry all the way down to the 20-yard line.
Yeah, they got that play down pretty well. I think it's the exact same play that they ran for the touchdown, and good blocking up front and good run by Teddy.
18 yards for Teddy Steele, and they'll mark it at the 21-yard line.
Well, Coach Garrett said at halftime he wanted to get his running game going, and this is a good spot to do it. Going back to the I formation.
That's right. Campbell under center, now man in motion. Here's a snap. And how about that power straight through the middle, inside the 5, diving for the end zone. He's going to be marked just short at the 1-yard line. And how about that? Trent Tittman.
Love the fullback dive. No lead, just hand it to the fullback and run it. Bumbling, stumbling, love it. Great run, Trent.
You know, Campbell and Tittman even had a slight collision in the backfield, and Tittman still turned that upfield.
Give me that ball, I'm just going to run it.
20, so back-to-back runs by the Saints that go for 18 yards and 20 yards.
Now, if they don't give this back to Trent so he can score.
Let him finish. We'll see what they do. Another I formation for Campbell.
Oh,
back to Tittman this time.
They try.
Yeah. That's what you like to see. This time Tittman stopped in the backfield.
Yeah.
And he's saying, Coach, one more try, please.
Yeah, the offensive coordinator might say, I gave you a shot there.
Right. So back at the 3-yard line is where they mark it. 2nd and goal from the 3. We are now down to 3.5 minutes left in this third quarter. Split backs. Handoff. Tippmann takes it this time, and it looks like he lost the football.
He did. I don't think he was in, but a really big hit. I couldn't tell which Wayne player, but he took a huge hit and fumbled into the end zone. So I don't know what they're sorting out here.
Well, yeah, as
unless
Tippmann,
they thought he crossed the line.
It looked like he might have lost it as he extended. Coach Garrett is arguing his point, but it looked like, I think he's pointing that maybe the judge down here on the near side might have called touchdown initially, because it looked like the ball might have come out as Tippmann extended towards the goal line. But either way, lost the ball into the end zone, and Wayne clearly came up with the recovery.
Yeah, really hard for us to see, but all it has to do is break the plane of the end zone.
Right.
So, but hard again for us to see here. But regardless, it was a good drive. No capitalization, though. That's not good. And defense got to, put it on them one more time here. Try to get this ball back.
So instead, it's going to be the Generals starting at the 20-yard line. They'll go trips to the near side. Trimble in the shotgun. Hand it off to Nelson. Cuts inside across the 25 and high-stepping his way up to about the 28-yard line. Gain of 8 on first down.
Man, when he gets going, he is a load to bring down.
That he is. Unfortunately for the Generals, their offense is not really built for slinging it around and trying to make a late-game comeback through the air.
No, and that's obviously to the Saints' advantage, but they've got some fresh bodies in there right now on the Saints D-line. Let's see. It's a little swing pass.
C.J. Davis is there to make a hit. And Lozada is the one to wrap him up around the feet.
In there from his free safety position.
So that is enough to move the chains. And Wayne now with the first down on their own 33-yard line.
You got Peter Thiel and Ethan Pfluger in there on the defensive line, giving some people some breaks and getting some fresh bodies in there.
3 wideouts to the far side. Nelson through the middle. He's got a lot of room in front of him. Cutting inside across the 40, still on his feet, across the midfield stripe, down the far sideline, and it's a foot race with C.J. Davis. Davis able to upend Nelson around the 20-yard line, and Nelson is still down on the field.
Good pursuit by C.J. Davis, but again, not really good tackling there. Better running than tackling.
And with Bishop Dwenger player down back at the original line of scrimmage, about the 30-yard line.
Yeah, and Lamarian Nelson also getting up slow as well, so.
Yeah, they'll check out Nelson on the sideline. Still trying to get a number on that Bishop Dwenger player.
54.
Sounds like it's number 54. That is Peter Thiel. He's one of those sophomores who has worked his way into this Bishop Dwenger rotation. Really promising at the lineman position.
I don't know where coach is going, but I don't know if he got cut outside the tackle box. But coach is making sure they know.
Thiel is helped off the field by two of the personnel, so they'll take a look at him. Meanwhile, the Generals are in business at the 22-yard line of the Saints.
Yeah, Caden Rockford is in as the running back for the Wayne Generals. Let's see what the defense can come up with. Here's that swing pass again.
Down the sideline and ushered out of bounds at about the 12. On the receiving end was Deontay Williams, the junior.
They really do. The receivers do a really good job of blocking down the field, and that's a really good play on first down there. Oh, we got a penalty. Okay. That helps out our defense here. Now you're looking at a 1st and 20.
Yep, so just when Wayne had some momentum going on offense, they'll march back. Yeah, they'll take it back to the 35-yard line. So that's actually going to be 1st and about 22.
Lamarion's still on the sideline. Wouldn't say this is critical for the defense, but it would really be good to see them stop them here.
3 wide outs to the bottom of your screen. Here is the handoff, and not much there.
Yeah, another flag in
flag
there.
Coming in, yep. That was Caden Rockford on the carry. We'll check the call.
Well, number 9's pleading this case. I believe this is another
chop block.
Chop block, and I'm telling you, I'm just saying, I think that's what Coach was talking to them about, is a chop block outside of the tackle box, and I think that's give one to Coach Garrett there of letting them know what was happening.
Yeah. They spot it that time, and that's going to march this one back even further to the Bishop Dwenger 46-yard line. 1st and 34.
I'm not sure this one's on the play card, on your play sheet, Eric. 1st and 34, or yeah, 1st and 34.
They'll keep the tight formation. Trimble fakes the handoff, looks to throw. He's got time, runs out of time, and the Saints wrap him up in the backfield in a big way. Leading that charge looked like Franklin Bader.
And I'm going to say that's a coverage sack, because he was looking, couldn't find anybody, and then the Saints came with a fury. What a response by our defense here.
Yep. Down inside a minute in this third quarter, and the Wayne offense facing a 2nd and 45. 2nd and Churubusco, as my friend Phil Houck used to say. Another flag. Looks like a delay of game. And it is.
Yeah, the Wayne offense is kind of imploding right now, and
let's make it an even 2nd and 50, shall we?
Saints defense is still being very aggressive. They got some new, fresh legs in there, and staying aggressive.
Here's the handoff. Yeah. Rockford gets some positive yards on that play.
We got another flag. I mean, as efficient as this game has been, pretty good. It has not been good here in the last 10 minutes.
And it would seem this is against the Wayne Generals
another
as well.
hold.
Yep. Well, a lot of these are self-inflicted wounds, but the Bishop Dwenger defense is being opportunistic here as well.
They sure are. And that's a good aggressive play. That's where those holds and penalties come from, is your defense playing aggressive. I'm not sure I've ever seen a 2nd and 56.
Looked like Coach Garrett might have been signaling to decline that penalty. Yeah, that's what he's trying to motion to the officials.
Typically in a holding call, you don't decline it. Usually,
right.
You're taking the yardage, but on this one,
at this point, you got plenty of yardage to give up.
I certainly understand.
So they'll march it back. They'll give the Generals the benefit of that positive run by Rockford, and they'll mark it at the 41-yard line. Whoever's running the scoreboard's getting some good math work in tonight. Carry the 2. And 3rd and 46. 15 seconds to go in this third quarter. Trimble
good
flush.
Pressure by Lay.
Fires the ball, and that was going to be a one-hopper up to the midfield stripe.
I'm telling you, the other coming out is this A.J. Lay.
Yeah.
He has been all over the place and in the backfield a lot.
Senior getting the start at linebacker tonight, making his presence felt.
Don't you love those stories where you've got kids who've practiced, paid the price, and then they get their opportunity and they do it.
That's right.
And they play well, and got to give it to them for hanging in there. That's what this program's about. I love it. That's why they have 144 people out.
Right.
Is that guys wait their turn, team atmosphere, and A.J. Lay's doing it tonight.
And Coach Garrett is so good at getting personnel experience, especially with big leads. So what you have then is, even though the Saints only had 4 starters returning on each side of the football, that doesn't count all the other bodies who have varsity experience, who are ready to step into a starting role because they've already gotten that time on the field.
I couldn't agree more.
Trimble with a nice boot that again takes a Bishop Dwenger bounce, and it's down to the 35-yard line. 3 seconds left on the clock in this third quarter. So the Saints defense holding on that possession, and what looked like a once promising drive by the Generals, backed up because of penalties and negative yardage, resulting in a punt. So the Saints will line up for what will be the final play of this third quarter. Still holding on to that 19-point lead, 32-13. Looks like I formation for the Saints. Here is Campbell under center. Handoff around the right side, looking for the edge.
Good.
And that was Tittman on the run. Toby Tittman.
There's a flag on the
There
play.
is.
Yeah, face mask. Nice play by Dorian Alexander. But he got
a little bit of English
a
on the end of it.
Yeah.
And they're going to explain it to Coach Garrett. We'll see if he's going to, either way, that's going to put an end to the third quarter as they begin to reverse field. So, Dwenger will take the penalty yardage. 15 yards tacked on to the end of that run, and that brings us to an end of the third quarter. Your score after 3, 32-13, Bishop Dwenger on top of the Wayne Generals. We'll step aside. You're watching Bishop Dwenger football on BDHS Media Productions.
Are you stressed due to your financial situation? Is debt ruining your marriage or relationships? Are you having a hard time making ends meet? We can help. SMA is a preferred Ramsey coaching consultancy that offers insights, strategies, and a pathway forward to financial freedom. Real advice, personalized solutions, and a real way to find peace and grow your bottom line. We offer a free initial consultation and a variety of plans to move forward. We don't judge, we help. SMA Incorporated, offering peace to the financially stressed.
Evans Toyota is locally owned and proudly supports Bishop Dwenger. Let's go Saints!
Back at Shields Field, the Saints lining up on a 1st and 10 as they open this fourth quarter with a 19-point lead. Expect a heavy dose of the ground attack for the Saints. Here is Campbell in the shotgun. Handoff and nice hole for Toby Tippmann. He takes it across up to the 40-yard line. Let's go down to Sean McBride for some score updates.
All right, guys, getting ready to close the night out here. Snyder on top of Northside 20-6 at the last report. Homestead 30, Northrop 7. Carroll stretches their lead 28-3 over Bishop Luers. Concordia doing their job 28-6 over Southside. 26-6 on that one. That's what I got, gents. Back up to you.
All righty, thank you. So the normal powers in the SAC flexing their muscles as Snyder, Homestead, Carroll all look to be on their way to victory. That's going to set up an interesting matchup for us next week. Watching the Saints up at Chambers Field. The Legends, if that score holds, and they're looking at an 0-1 hole, that was a Northside squad with a lot of hype. People were talking about, can they break into that upper echelon in the SAC?
Yeah, lots of storylines for next week, and I am shocked that they only scored 6 points if that holds based on the tools that they have. So it'd be very interesting to see, what Snyder did to them to contain those playmakers. But it's interesting that offense, not the power here, but when they spread it out with the 3 and 4 and 5 receivers, that's what we're going to see next week for sure. So.
Still shifting personnel around here, and the referee's having a word.
This game's gotten a lot sloppy here in the last few minutes. Penalties, and we had offsetting personal fouls.
Yeah.
And this is where you don't want to engage. Get up, go back to the huddle.
Right. So Saints will now set up with a 2nd and 3. 3 wideouts to the near side. Campbell in the shotgun.
He's using the clock right now. He's got it. You can see it. He's using the time here very wisely.
Campbell's on the quarterback keeper. Fakes the handoff and around the right side. Another flag on the field. Thrown in the direction of Stellan Rustin here on the far sideline. So nowhere near where the play happened.
Yeah, and that was a really good read option there, reading the defensive end, and good play by Sam. I hope this isn't.
Yeah, we'll check the penalty here. They're still discussing it at middle of the field. Coach Garrett will have a word with Campbell in the meantime, and they're going to wave the flag off.
I don't know what happened there. They're good officiating. They got together and decided to wave it off. I mean, that was nowhere near any impact of the play.
Right.
So, unless it was a personal foul, I don't know.
So the play stands as it happened, and that's Campbell scampering around the right side for a first down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line of the Wayne Generals.
I really like how Toby Tittman hits the hole.
Yeah.
Very quick.
And then, meanwhile, you've got the banging power of Trent Tittman.
Yeah. Yeah.
He hits the hole in a different way. Just a lot of weapons in that backfield. 3 wideouts to the near side. Campbell's still letting that play clock wind
doing
down.
A great job of managing the clock right now.
This time does hand it off. Tittman through a couple defenders and inside the 30-yard line.
Yeah, he was hit about 2 yards in and carried somebody for 3.
Yeah.
That's some old-time tailbacking from the Dwenger Saints.
Yeah, between Toby Tittman, Trent Tittman, and Teddy Steele, it's a lot of T's, but they have been
the triple T's. I love
triple
it.
T's.
Yeah, they provide a lot of dimension, don't they?
Yeah. Each one brings a different skill set and look to the table. Keeps the defense on their toes. Here's Campbell rolling out, looking to throw, able to escape, still looking for time, and fires this one down the sideline incomplete in the direction of C.J. Davis.
A lot of excitement there, Sam, and Smart, throw it away.
Yeah. Doesn't take the loss, doesn't try to force it, lives to see another down. Really, he's played with the maturity of someone you would not expect in their first varsity start. I know he's a senior.
I get it.
But still, playing a position he has not played under the Friday night lights.
Yeah, no, he's managed well tonight, done a fantastic job. You know, other than the one interception, and that was a heck of a play by the DB from Wayne. He's done a great job.
Here's 3rd and 6. Campbell looks to throw, fires it out to the right side. Davis cuts inside, ball pops out, and it's picked up by the Saints.
Oh my gosh. Well, one thing we need to work on for next week is holding on to the ball control. We've had a couple drops here, fumbles here lately. But what a pop by the Wayne defender.
Yeah.
But the drive continues with some hustle on. I'm not sure who got it, but there's some good hustle over there, picking up that fumble.
Going to be a 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line. Saints go no huddle as they spread it out with 5 wide. Campbell fires it again. Finds Davis on the right sideline and wrapped up after about a 5-yard gain.
Well, he's quickly becoming his favorite target here.
Yeah. On the downside, though, his average yards per catch is going down.
Yeah.
He was averaging about 80 yards, and now that's – here we go. Campbell to the end zone,
yeah.
Has a wide open man, and that one's good for a touchdown. But we do have a whistle. There's a flag on the play. That will not stand. Russell Knipschier had the catch wide open in the middle of the end zone, but it is going to come back.
I know this is coming back, but Sam again does a great job in the pocket of eluding the rush and finding an open receiver, and that's just, again, for his first game, he's doing a great job of handling that job back there.
Well, folks, since 1968, Tittman Group's experience and expertise in the food, property, and construction industries are unmatched. As a family-owned business, they provide that personal touch with all customers, which will keep you coming back year after year. Thank you to the Tittman Group for supporting our Saints. 2nd and about 20 yards. Here's Campbell, design quarterback draw, makes a man miss, spins his way inside the 25-yard line.
Yeah, good design, quarterback draw, just trying to get it back to a manageable 3rd down here.
Right. picks up about 4 yards, makes it 3rd and 16. They need the 8-yard line for a first down. Here's Campbell, fires across the middle. Davis pulls it in, down to the 10, trying to push his way forward. He's going to be about 2 yards short of the marker.
Yeah, good throw in there. It was a tight throw in a tight space, and knowing coach, he's going for this. He's not going to kick a field goal. But
offense stays on the field, 4th and 2, and they keep that no huddle going. Looks like official timeout. And this time some equipment issues on the Wayne side. Official still, I was going to say, they can't hike that ball yet. The official in the backfield was, or I'm sorry, in the defensive backfield was still helping out a Wayne defender with his helmet. Gives us a chance to tell you about Dwenger Deals. New in 2022, our Dwenger Deal cards are unlike any other discount card out there. Our deals feature alumni and family-owned businesses that support our local economy while raising funds for athletic programs. Contact the athletic department or go to bishopdwenger.com to pick up your Dwenger Deal card today.
I'll make sure we get one.
There you go.
You know. All right, he changed the formation after that, so.
And now another whistle blows.
Timeout,
now
Wayne.
Timeout by Wayne.
Okay.
All right, we'll step aside as well. Be back with this 4th and 2, much anticipated 4th and 2. After this break, you're watching Bishop Dwenger football on BDHS Media Productions.
St. Anne Communities is a senior living community including a rehabilitation center, memory and dementia care, assisted and residential living, as well as a nursing facility that served the community for over 54 years. While offering a Christ-centered environment that is the only place in Fort Wayne that offers daily Mass and sacraments. For more information on employment, senior living, or to make a gift to support the first floor renovation campaign, please visit us at our website or give us a call.
Back at Shields Field, Saints in control, 32-13 with 8:13 left to go, and looks like Saints are on their way to keeping a number of streaks intact, Kevin. This is going to be their 11th straight win in this matchup against Wayne. And in terms of season openers, Bishop Dwenger, this is going to be their 18th season opening win in their last 19 tries. 18 out of 19 times you start 1-0. That's not bad.
Yeah, and you know, this format's changing next year. So
that's right.
This is really the last time we'll have this schedule makeup.
We'll talk about that in a moment. First, a 4th and 2. It's a handoff, and it is stuffed in the backfield. The Wayne defense stepped up there, and Teddy Steele could not make it to the first down marker.
Yeah, Keaton Walker for the Wayne Generals. Great penetration and stuffed it.
Wayne takes over. Kevin, you mentioned the new format coming next year. This is an exciting change to the Summit Athletic Conference that was approved back in January. So next year, starting in 2023, the SAC is dividing into 2 different divisions, which I believe are just called Division A and B, but they're essentially large school, small school divisions. You're going to have Division A featuring Carroll, Homestead, Snyder, Northrop, and Dwenger. Division B featuring Northside, Southside, Wayne, Concordia, and Lures. And what you're going to get is you're going to play against your division, those 4 games, plus 3 more interdivision games. Nice snag there across the middle.
Really nice throw and snag. A good defenser right there. He zipped it in there.
Kaishan Tolles pulls that one in. So in addition to your 4 division games and 3 interdivision games against teams on the other side of the division, you'll be able to schedule 2 non-conference games. And that is huge because that's something SAC teams have not had since Homestead and Carroll joined the conference back in 2015.
Yeah, the argument has always been, well, if you win the bell, you've in this format, you've beaten everybody that you need to beat. But I love I love it.
Yeah. Big man walking there. That is Young taking it down the right sideline, up close to a first down. They'll mark it right at the marker, in fact, on the 34-yard line. So back to your point, Kevin, what it does is it allows the big schools to schedule games against other big schools. You get a feeling of how you stack up against some of the other 5A, 6A schools in the state. While if you're a smaller school, again, you're able to face some of competition your own size and get a gauge on where you stack up against teams that you might face in the tournament.
Absolutely, and there's A.J. Lay.
Yep.
He might have got a little face mask there, but he was there making a play.
He was wrapping up Trimble in the backfield.
Yeah.
Looked like he was trying to grab a fistful of ball.
Yeah.
Might have got a fistful of face mask in the process.
Love the aggression, though.
Oh, yeah. That is the call, so that'll go against the Saints. So, one thing about the SAC the last several years is you might win the conference and still have no idea where you stack up come tournament time because there's no litmus test. There's no comparison to where you are against an outside of conference team. And so that's going to give teams like Bishop Dwenger, Carroll, Homestead, these bigger schools, they'll be able to play some of the big-time schools, whether they're from the Indianapolis area. You could play someone in one of the big-time conferences in Indiana.
Right. And for a team like Wayne, it gives them the opportunity. They're not starting off right away.
Right.
They can schedule around and give them maybe some confidence, early on in the season. I just love the format. And, we're not going to lose our rivalry with Lures. We're going to play them every year.
Exactly.
So just really like what they're doing. And I think I know Brownsburg for sure is on the list for next year. And I can't remember the other one. But, how fun is it going to be to have a home and home with Brownsburg?
Yeah.
And be able to go down there. So
you know who knows the answer to that is Sean McBride. Let's check in on the sideline.
Yeah, I tell you a little-known fact, Normie, that I think we're going back to LaSalle.
Ho-ho. So
You can check
LaSalle,
that.
Cincinnati, Ohio.
That's it.
Here comes Trimble on the rollout. Ushered out of bounds near midfield. And Sean, back to you.
Well, I was just going to say what we're going to try and do after the game here, talk to Sam Campbell and hopefully C.J. Davis and get their thoughts on this remarkable first game. So impressed with these kids and what they've been able to accomplish against this really stout Wayne General team. So let's see if we can talk to those kids.
All right, you got it. Looking forward to that. Meanwhile, 7:09 to go here on the clock as the Generals face a 3rd and 10. Their own 49-yard line. Yeah, so you mentioned Dwenger still getting to play Lures. In fact, that week 7, which has kind of been a rivalry week across the SAC, got a flag for delay of game here. It's that whole slate of games, week 7, is still going to be intact. So you're still going to get Carroll Homestead playing. You're going to get the Battle of the Bishops. You're going to get Snyder-Northrop. All those matchups, the totem pole game, north side, south side. So that stays intact. Really, as you said, it's kind of the best of both worlds. You get all of the wonderful things about the previous SAC scheduling kind of fused with this new look forward, allowing teams to better prepare for postseason. Trimble rolls out, tosses it to Sharon at the 40. Able to step inside, gain the extra yardage back up to close to midfield, the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Saints putting some really good pressure, but really good play by Trimble there, getting the ball out.
Yep.
I don't know how we missed him there. Great pressure. No, I agree with you, Eric. And, for some of these 6A schools like a Carroll, Homestead, and, for them to be able to go play a Carmel, you know, it does prepare them as they head into the playoffs. You know, it's going to help both. It's going to help all schools. It's going to help the big schools. It's also going to help the smaller schools. So I just really love the format. I can't wait to see it. And, you know, I think, you know, Saints will do a good job of scheduling some teams that, you know, we might not normally see. And yeah, I'm excited about that. I mean, I think Moeller didn't Sean say Moeller was the other one? LaSalle, sorry. Yeah. So all good, and I think I just can't wait for it. I think it's going to really help our whole conference.
Absolutely. It was approved back in January. It's going to start next year. So this is the final year where the SAC is entirely playing itself. And here's the punt by Trimble. Saints did not have anyone back. Finally, Trimble gets a friendly bounce. And this one's going to roll down inside the 20-yard line where it's downed.
Yeah, we might see a full.
I think so.
You might see the second team come out here, a whole bunch of substitutions. This is really good. These kids have worked hard all summer and then practice, and, you know, a lot of guys are going to get in here, I think, in these last 6 minutes.
Always good to see. Yep, Braxton Burmese is going to get the reps at quarterback. He is a sophomore and is the number 2 quarterback listed on the depth chart. So with 6:16 to go, Saints have their second string out there as they try to get some clock run out here in the fourth quarter. Inside handoff up across the 15-yard line.
I think that's Toby Tittman. They still got their
that was actually Teddy Steele.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. Picked up 4 yards.
They still got their you know, first team offensive line in there, hopefully to kind of get this ball out a little bit. Then I think you'll see some substitutions with that piece as well.
By the way, back to that SAC schedule, in case you're wondering how do they determine a champion with 2 different divisions. How about this? Inside, outside, inside. Toby Tittman putting on the burners and a big hit.
Yeah, Toby's not going out of bounds.
No.
He's going to take a hit.
There is no out of bounds.
No out of bounds there. Love it.
Well, he had some space, and then he created some extra space for himself with that nifty outside, inside, outside move. And then lowering his shoulder and bringing the wood. Love to see that out of Tittman. Burmese looks to throw. Fires it down the sideline. And that pass flies over the head of the intended receiver.
You know, now I know people are going to say, now why the heck are they throwing the ball? And you know what? It's okay. You're giving him a little bit of experience on a drag back pass. And you alluded to earlier, Eric, about these guys getting some experience.
Yeah.
They're not throwing it down the field. It's a safe pass, but it does give him that opportunity to throw the ball. So
right, and it's not your starting quarterback throwing out there.
It is not.
It's a second string.
Yeah, exactly.
Spread it out again. Tittman straight through the middle, still running.
Yeah, I really like how Toby runs the ball.
Great sign. Another stable of running backs this year as we tick down inside 5 minutes. So back to my point, Kevin, about the SAC championship. It's going to be simply the best record at the end of the season. And if you have a tie, we're going to look at head-to-head, just like the SAC always has. And if you might have a case where the 2 teams with the same record didn't play that year, and in that case, you would have co-champions.
Co-champs, yep.
So lots to look forward to next year and beyond for the Summit Athletic Conference. Flag on this 3rd and 2 run by the Saints.
Yeah, can you imagine next year at this time, every SAC team will have a different opponent playing. It'll be pretty exciting.
And that's the thing. It's weeks 1 and 2.
Correct.
First, right out of the gate, weeks 1 and 2 are your non-conference games. So, yeah, we're going to have some fun ball games to look forward to, some opponents that either the Saints have never played before or have not played in quite some time. And for Bishop Dwenger, they have the next at least 2 years where they'll still be playing in Class 5A. So as you look towards preparing for the tournament, looking at scheduling some other 5A, 6A teams, adding those to your schedule. Burmese to throw again, fires this one to the near side.
Good throw.
Nice looking throw, and all the way up to the 30-yard line goes the receiver. That's number 30 on the receiving end, Dominic Yanko.
Yeah, really nice throw and catch there. That was a long throw.
Yeah.
On the money.
Burmese only a sophomore, so potentially giving you a look at the future of the Bishop Dwenger quarterback position. 5 wideouts again. Design quarterback run through the middle, across the 20, down, swung down at the 15-yard line as he picks up about 14 yards. So a nice look from these Saint reserves as they get valuable playing time here and experience. Under the lights, Tippmann.
Good job by Wade there.
Well, as we start to look forward to that matchup next week, always fun when Dwenger and the Legends get together, right?
Yes, it is. We've had some good battles over these past few years, and it seems like the hype is always there on week 2.
Well, they've got one of the best players in the country in terms of rankings. Here's Toby Tippmann straight through the middle. Very close to the end zone. Another flag. This one's coming back.
Yeah, he was a little anxious to get the ball and moved a little bit before. This one's coming back. But I would agree. I think that you might see one of the best athletes in the state next week in regards to Johnson, and he's being recruited everywhere for receiver and for defensive back. It's always been about the offensive and defensive lines when it comes down to this. So, and how well can Dwenger run the ball? Can we move the ball and keep their offense off of the field? That'll be a big test.
Yeah.
See what happens there.
Here's Burmese under center. I formation, handoff. Good for about a yard. Toting the ball that time, Quinn Grant, the senior. Yeah, Johnson you're referring to, of course, is Bronte Johnson, or affectionately known as Tay-Tay. Tay-Tay among the Northside faithful. And only a junior, but already, as you mentioned, has picked up a lot of D1 offers. By the way, not only for football, but for basketball as well.
Yeah, he's
just
a wonderful basketball player as well. So,
just an embarrassment of riches in the talent department for that young man. And he's going to put that talent on display next week up at Chambers Field. Burmese rolls out to the right. It's got a man open. Connects inside the 10-yard line. It's going to set up a 4th and short for the Saints.
Yeah, really nice throw there to tight end, come across the middle, and he put it right on the money. It was really nice, Braxton.
So Braxton able to successfully maneuver the Saints inside field goal range, and that's where Joseph Moran will take over. They'll line up at about the 16-yard line, so a 26-yard field goal attempt. So we've had a field goal attempt here. Kick is up, and it is good. Plenty of leg there for Moran. He's 2 for 2 on field goals and as well as connected on all his PAT attempts. And we now have an ambulance driven onto the track. There is someone in need of emergency attention, and we offer our thoughts and prayers for anyone involved with that. Teams will come to the sideline as we take a moment to pause. Again, we wish the best for whoever is involved with that. We'll step aside. You're watching Bishop Dwenger football on BDHS Media Productions.
You know, there's 3 kinds of people in this world: those that get the numbers and those that don't. If you need professional help when it comes to the numbers, whether it's payroll, accounting, or professional or personal taxes, come see the experts at Management and Tax Services. Proud to be Dwenger supporters for over 60 years.
Can FirstSource help me get more space?
We can help with that.
Does FirstSource have banking that can keep up with me?
This is open around the clock.
Business is booming. Can you help me expand?
No problem.
Can FirstSource help me turn this into my own business?
We're here for you. No matter what kind of banking you need, FirstSource Bank can help.
We are back at Shields Field. Let's send things down to Sean on the sideline. Sean?
Yeah, Eric, just sending our thoughts and prayers. One of our Dwenger cheerleaders is being attended to right now. Seems to be okay, I think, and she's in the hands of professionals. So, quick Hail Mary, and everything's going to be just fine.
Absolutely. Thank you, Sean. Appreciate that update. We've got 1:44 to go on the clock as the Saints are on top of the Wayne Generals 35-13. So Bishop Dwenger is going to walk out of here up 1-0. Or I'm sorry, up a 1-0 record. And again, extending their streak on home openers or season openers as they continue that streak, and really impressed with the way they responded after the early adversity in the second half. We saw the Wayne Generals, after falling behind 25-0.
Oh,
nice defensive
play there.
Smackdown there. Luke Harbor coming in, making work of that pass. But the Saints responding to that, getting after the Wayne Generals scored right before halftime on the final play or in the closing seconds, and then had the early touchdown in the third quarter. Sam Campbell doing a fantastic job of quarterbacking this squad, overcoming that adversity, and that's what you like to see. I mean, you want to see your team in a position where they encounter adversity so you can see how they respond, and I think they passed that test with flying colors.
Yeah, as well as they played tonight. I mean, it wasn't a perfect game. You know, there's lots to work on, and I'm sure that the improvement that a team makes from your first game to your second game is really a big jump, and they got some stuff to work on, but you couldn't ask for a better first game performance and effort that this team brought to the table today, man. It was just like, hey, we're going to work, and we're going to take care of business, and they did a fantastic job tonight.
Yeah, players of the game, I think between Sam Campbell and C.J. Davis, they probably would share that honor.
I would agree totally. That they were the difference makers in the game today. Big plays at big times.
Penalty here as they try to get that snap off. I want to remind folks that the Bishop Dwenger 2022 Hall of Fame inductees have been announced. Check the Bishop Dwenger website to see which Saints are receiving the honor and to reserve your place at the Hall of Fame dinner. This event will be held Saturday, October 1st, and is open for anyone to attend. Congratulations to these Saints. So be sure to check that out on the website. Also check out the Bishop Dwenger Spirit Shop. Got some friendly faces there to help you find your Saints swag. And they've always got new items being designed and arriving soon. So keep watching for those updates this year at the Spirit Shop. They're open Wednesdays. They're also at all home football games and, of course, online.
Oh, the sack.
How about that?
Yeah, I love that.
Putting an exclamation point on this Bishop Dwenger victory. Trying to tell who that was. Looked like number 90.
Thomas Pori. 6'2", 165 pounds. Nice job. Really quickness. To be able to have a sophomore get out in a varsity game like this and then get a sack, I mean, that's awesome. That's stuff. That's good stuff there.
We are inside a minute to go here at Shields Field. Trimble's pass is caught with the knee on the ground.
That might be it, unless they try to do one more.
Yeah, we'll see what they do. About 23 seconds left. And I think
Coach Haydock has some things to build on here. Obviously, a lot to work on with penalties and kicking game, but man, they've got a great running back, and they're going to improve.
Well, Nelson's going to be a load for any defense to plan for. And no doubt they will ride him as much as they can this year, although we don't know the extent of his injury he suffered tonight. So we wish him the best, and of course we also send our thoughts and prayers to the Bishop Dwenger cheerleader who was helped in the ambulance. That's going to put a exclamation point on this Bishop Dwenger victory. 35-13 is your final score. The Saints over the Wayne Generals. We'll take a quick break and be back to wrap things up here at Shields Field. You're watching Bishop Dwenger football on BDHS Media Productions.
Nove Corp started making trailers in 2001 with the idea to offer quality products and great service, recognizing that suppliers, employees, and community are all important to success. Since then, Nove has enjoyed 15 years of continuous growth. Their purpose is to create opportunities for people to make their lives better and to leave a legacy of positive impact. Living the values of character, a service mindset, and a drive to improve, Nove is one of the best trailer manufacturers in North America. At Nove, value matters.
Illumination Solutions Incorporated is a landscape lighting design company that specializes in high-quality brass lighting products made in America. We make it easy for you to add to your curb appeal and value to your home, business, or vacation property with our premium landscape lighting products. Our mission is to help you illuminate your outdoor living space by adding beauty, safety, and security with our top-of-the-line landscape lighting solutions. So call today and let our team get started on your landscape lighting design today. Call Ed and Amber Smith at 260-489-1000. Illumination Solutions Incorporated.
Back at Shields Field, once again, final score 35-13. The Saints over the Wayne Generals. An impressive game really across the board on both sides of the football, but two players in particular stood out by their performances tonight, and that would be the quarterback Sam Campbell and C.J. Davis in his first game as a Bishop Dwenger Saint. Let's send things down to Sean, who is with Sam Campbell down on the field. Sean?
Thanks very much, Eric. Down here with Sam Campbell right now. Sam, quite the debut. Tell me about your first game as a starter quarterback for the Dwenger Saints.
Yeah, it went good. Our line did good protecting me, and my receivers got open. CJ and Carter and Stellan did a great job of getting open for me.
When you talk about the speed of the game, you seem to match it. You had some real moxie out there. Did it feel good to be out there playing?
Yeah, it felt real good to finally get back in the game against other teams, and playing with my teammates, it felt really good.
Did a great job. We're going to talk to CJ as well. Sam, I'm going to let you join the team right here. CJ, welcome to the Gold Helmets.
Thank you, thank you.
How's it feel?
I feel good.
Yeah, I feel good. Yeah. You had a great night tonight, huge interception, and a tremendous outing on offense as well. Did you feel like this was your night?
Yeah, I felt good. I felt good about the team. We had a good night.
Good stuff. What was the best part of your night for you?
The W.
The W. He's a team player. All right, good job. I'll let you go with the team. All right, guys, back up to you.
All right, thank you, Sean. Always love hearing from the players, especially those who really put on a show. And boy, you talk about it, it's tough to imagine a better stat line from what C.J. Davis did tonight. 5 catches, 191 yards receiving, and a pair of touchdowns. And now we'll send it back down to Sean, who's got Coach Jason Garrett. Sean?
Yeah, I've got all the VIPs tonight.
I guess so.
Impressive Week 1 victory again. Your Saints really showed up. What's your thoughts on the game?
Well, first I want to say thanks to you, Sean, and this BDH media. I think it's awesome. It's great for
thank you
the whole community and for our team. So thank you guys, everybody that put this on tonight. So and thanks for all the listeners out there. But yeah, I mean, last week we got everybody involved and it's kind of scattered, and we always our script and our scrimmage that way. And then we said it's time to go tonight, and they showed up. I mean, we got on the pedal early, and we made some adjustments. They made some good adjustments in the second half, and early turnover kind of took the momentum away, but I thought we punched right back, and then it was just kind of managing the game. Got a few guys in at the end, and the right guys touched the ball and did the right things with it. So we're very happy on both sides of the ball. And special teams, Joseph Moran had a great night.
You've got it all. You're firing on all three: offense, defense, and special teams, obviously. But let's talk a little bit about the stable of your running backs. You're deep once again in that position.
Yeah, if your last name's Tippmann or Steele, I mean, you got a good chance to be back there, in the last 10 years. But, yeah, I mean, a lot of depth. I mean, obviously some guys are still learning. I mean, a couple sophomores in there and junior. And so, yeah, we're going to keep developing. Long way to go. So I was happy with night one. We're a little bit vanilla in the run game. Play action looked okay. We hit some shots, so I was happy. Sam. What a great leader, man.
Yeah.
Couldn't say enough. And C.J. Davis, welcome to Bishop Dwenger football, right?
I just asked him what the best part of his night was. He said the W. he's all team.
He knows what to say.
That's right.
That's right.
All right, good stuff. Well, great victory, Coach.
Thanks again,
Have
guys.
Have a great night. You bet.
Great job.
Okay, thank you. Eric, back up to you.
All right, thank you, Sean. Priceless words from Coach Garrett. And I'm glad to hear he's not above the Tippmann joke for being in the backfield. It's always a good one. All right, so, yeah, we were looking at the final stats here, and Sam Campbell, other than that interception he threw, he just played lights out. He finished 10 for 14, 273 yards, and 3 touchdowns. So, I mean, just could not have asked for a better debut under center for this team. And
by the way, he rushed 9 times for 43 yards.
There you go.
So,
and talk about some of those other rushing performances as well.
Yeah, the leading rusher tonight actually was Toby Tippmann with 64 yards, but both Trent and Teddy Steele Teddy set the game off with a touchdown, and he had only 6 attempts for 59 yards, but his average was 9.83. So we do have a stable of very good running backs, and Teddy and Trent being those seniors there leading the charge.
Yeah, absolutely. Good to see, and Bishop Dwenger, again, moves to 1-0 with the win, and one of my favorite stats, and I'm going to ride this as long as I can, Kevin. Under Coach Jason Garrett, Bishop Dwenger is now 36-1 when they hold opponents to 14 points or less. 36-1. Not only does that tell you that they win those ball games, but it tells you how often they hold opponents to that point total. I mean, over 70% of their games, they hold their opponents under 14 points.
Yeah, it's a lot of credit to that defensive staff and what Jason believes in, and that is defense first and putting athletes out there on defense. And the record shows it, right?
Yep.
It really does. And you think about some of the offenses that they have faced, in that 5-year or 4-year period, and it's an unbelievable stat.
That it is. We congratulate Coach Garrett on the win, his win number 30 in the regular season for the Saints, and also win number 15 here for the Saints at Shields Field. They improved to 15-4 in their home stadium. 35-13 is your final score, and that's going to wrap up our broadcast here. We'd like to send a big thank you to Greg Jones and Parker Knoll for helping to get us on and stream us tonight, keeping us on the air, so we thank you for that. We also thank all of our Bishop Dwenger students for helping provide camera work tonight. Karen, Kai, Seth, Catherine, and Victoria, we appreciate you, and as well as all the students in the BDHS media program. Also, I'd like to say thank you to our sideline reporter, Sean McBride. I'm Eric Pete for Kevin Burns, thanking you for tuning in tonight for the broadcast. We hope you enjoyed watching it as much as we enjoyed bringing it to you. May God bless you. You're watching Bishop Dwenger Football on BDHS Media Productions.